Welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. As always, I am Subject. I have Robert, uh, Ghost One, and
Oh my
Noah,
god.
Ghost 2 through 13.
What are we, cat and hat sidekicks? What are we doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
I'm more of the ghost.
your thing 1, 2, 4, 7, and then Noah is thing the rest of them.
And the rest.
I'm winning at life. I'm the rest of the things.
Yeah. Uh, God, I saw a trailer for that when I went to see Superman. What are we doing?
Looks great, doesn't it?
Honestly, all of the trailers in front of Superman sucked because it was that Freaky Friday sequel, uh, which I didn't even know how to trailer. It looks terrible.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
only seen the poster for that. I haven't even seen the. I was gonna say original, but that's a remake. I haven't seen the Lindsay Lohan
I saw it
Freaky Friday.
once, but Noah, this time there's like 4 people body swapping.
Oh, original.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so we're here to talk
sorry, we
about
haven't
Freaky
had a
Friday.
chance to catch up here we haven't had a chance to catch up, so we're just chatting.
Oh yeah, it's been a bit.
Giving people a chance to come in. So in case you haven't noticed from the thumbnail, the uh, background for our video, which was extremely hard to find one that was the proper size. Unfortunately, with this movie, kind of, I don't want to say it's forgotten, but I feel like it has been overshadowed by the remake. You had that remake that came out just at a perfect time for like my generation grew up with this movie and it's kind of become a cult classic. And I think the original has kind of fallen off the wayside. But we are doing both the 1960 and the 2001 13 Ghosts um, as a commentary in our remake and original project. I am excited to talk about more so the remake just because I know that one better, but I'm always excited to talk about some 1960s horror. It's a decade I don't know super well.
This is going to be one of the strongest cases of wow, like you could not be more totally different. A strong contrast with these two films compared to some of the others we've done on this show.
Yes. Uh, and our first gimmick movie?
Yeah,
Like, not as an insult,
arguably.
the original is a
Mm,
gimmick film.
absolutely, yeah.
So as always, the Patreon is live. It is in the link below, as well as YouTube memberships. And if you have anything that you just really need to say about this movie, super chats will be given priority. Draven, welcome in. Says, "Damn, I forgot my 3D glasses for this 3D picture show."
Well, it's not a 3D movie, so you're good, Draven. Although it should be noted before we get started on this, because of the gimmick in question, which we'll get into more during the commentary. John, you said you just watched this ahead of time for
Yes.
this, right? I assume your cut was black and white all the way through, and did it have
No. No, it turned
interesting?
red. It turned blue with some
Okay,
red.
so you
Oh,
and you also had the William Castle scenes.
Yes.
Because there is if you watch this on YouTube or Tubi, there's a black and white cut that takes the William Castle scenes out and doesn't have the
Weird.
color tinting. So I'll go ahead and watch the color tinted version.
Okay.
So just wanted to throw that out there that there are different cuts of
No,
these
I'm glad
movies.
you said that. I had
Maybe
no
off a couple
idea.
of minutes.
I'd
Yeah.
be really
hold
interested to
on.
see how this works without the gimmick. Oh no, it's like wait.
That's the version I watched, Rob. I've
I
seen the black and white version of this movie.
Okay,
I'm interested
so
to see how that works then. Because
Okay,
I mean, I guess
I
I will
all right.
just get this out of the way. I don't think the gimmick has aged well at all. But it gives a little style in certain shots.
it does. So if we're sticking with the black and white version, that's fine as long as John has access to it, or else.
Well, hold on. I can look for the color version.
Glad I said this up top.
I didn't think to look into this. Sorry, everybody. Okay.
My headset decided to die. Okay, so do you guys have access to the one that I have, or do I need to switch over?
I do. I am watching this on disc, and this disc has the both cuts.
So, John, how long is your version?
Mine is 124.27.
Okay. How are you watching
Tyler
this, by the
says
way?
what?
How are you watching it, by the way?
On Plex.
I'll probably have to do that then.
If you need me to change, I can change over if it's on YouTube.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no,
know it
no,
was
no, no. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. We can do
Tyler
this.
Tyler says I'm pretty sure my Blu-ray has color tinting. David, sorry, I forgot my Illusiono glasses for this Illusiono picture show. And he says now watching the black and white version, he's really just scrolling the wiki. I mean, that's true. Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
That has got to be
Yeah,
the worst way to watch a film. Like, what?
are you surprised this gimmick didn't catch on?
Of course, yeah.
So for a bit of preamble while Noah's getting his set up, the gimmick of this movie is there are blue tinted sequences where the ghosts show up. And if you look through it through the blue lens, you don't see anything. But if you look at the screen through the red lens, then you see the ghosts. And now, typically, when you find or watch this movie, it's either all black and white, where you can still see the ghosts, or it's, I think, what John watched, where you get the blue tinting and the red just on top of it,
Yeah.
so you can see the ghosts. Which I think is the preferred version, just because, like John was saying, it gives it a bit more flavor and pizzazz, so to speak. It adds to the charm of
Yeah, which I don't want to give away my feelings in this movie ahead of time, but this movie desperately needs that.
it. And if you're watching this on Blu-ray, you have the Illusion O version, which is where you use these. It also has the black and white version that is shorter and doesn't have the William Castle intro explaining the gimmick. And also how I'm going to be watching it, and maybe is how John watched it, is just the play. It says play with ghost viewer options, and what's funny is they have the view ghosts option where you can watch the movie where you have the blue tinted sequences with the red ghosts, or you could just watch the movie with the remove ghosts option, or you could just watch the movie where ghosts never show up if
Jesus
you want.
Christ.
I love that they have that option.
I wonder if
But
this movie plays if there's no ghosts.
I'm sure very weird. But it's
Well,
cool
because
that the options
there's
on
a
here.
couple of ghosts in this movie that I'm like, what? Why is that there?
That is an excellent question.
Noah's
I'm
gonna
glad.
turn into RoboCop from RoboCop 2. I'm having trouble.
So even on Plex, the only version I'm finding is the black and white version.
How long
What?
is it?
An hour and 22 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the black and white's hour 22, and the
Yeah.
So should I
Red
just
one's hour
skip
24.
past the William? Do you want me to just skip past the William Castle intro? Because I mean, it's not really part of the movie.
But it
Is that
doesn't.
is that the only difference?
Yeah, but it
Besides the
pops up
color?
after the opening credits, so we're just gonna have to.
Oh,
We might. I don't know. How do you want? Do you want to pause it? Like, would we get like? How do you want to go about this?
I'm so
Is
sorry,
I can watch the
everybody.
black and white version.
is the black and white version on YouTube? I don't want to watch it on
Yeah.
Tubi because of ads, but
On
It's
YouTube, I think it's free with ads. So if you don't
it's
have
oh,
ads,
so
you
it's
should be
either
good.
way.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me check one more thing. I didn't realize there was 2 cuts of this, or 6 cuts of this movie.
1, 2, 3. There's technically 4. Only 4 cuts of this movie.
See, because all right, I should have done my research into this. The whole time I was watching this movie, I assumed that 3D was the gimmick.
It's not a 3D movie.
Yeah, no, I assumed that all of the every time they put the glasses on in the movie, it's like, oh, these are the 3D scenes.
No, it's to tell you how to watch it without the ghosts if you're too scared, or with the ghosts if you're man enough. That's the distinction.
Well,
Okay, so what we're gonna have to do, because every version that has just the black and white is gonna have ads, I think it is just gonna be easier, Noah, when we get to the William Castle intro, to have you just pause
Okay.
it during that and then pick up back with us after the intro.
all right, yeah, you just tell me when to pause it and unpause it, and We'll be good. Sorry,
We love
everybody.
gimmick movies, folks. Who would have thought that 13 Ghosts was the Blade Runner of horror films?
I will take
You know,
responsibility for this one.
I think it's Robert's fault. He should have told us ahead of time.
Yeah, it's all Robin's fault.
All right, is everybody at timestamp 0?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play. And then Robert, are you ready for Sunday?
I'm getting there, but yeah, it's Sunday. It should still work for our trivia show.
I do want to say one thing. The thing that impressed me most about this film is the cinematography itself. There's never a point where this movie looks bad.
It's a shockingly good print.
Yeah.
This is
Well, okay. There's never a point where the shots look bad. The ghosts are another matter, and there are times where I don't know what's happening.
Yes. And Noah, the opening animated titles we're getting here, yours are in black and white, correct?
They are, yeah.
Because ours are red and had some splashes in blue in there. Just give it a bit more character. This is definitely my preferred way to watch it.
Well, Robert, since you have it, you have to do the whole illusion.
I don't have to. I'm just watching it with the ghosts.
Well, no, you gotta do the thing.
I'll perform for the
Get
audience.
into it.
Yeah, I borrowed a friend's copy of this movie.
Is that what the William Castle collection?
So
I feel like he did another big movie or big like cult classic.
He's got
the House on Haunted Hill.
That's it.
And I think it's one you guys have reviewed before. Yeah.
Yes.
So what's cool about this set? This is actually a custom set that my friend put together. These are all official released Blu-rays, but he put them all into one case and custom made this artwork.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
So it's really nice. So this set has House on Haunted Hill, which you mentioned, and 13 Ghosts there.
House on Haunted Hill is another movie that I think the remake is better.
Interesting, and I haven't seen either version, so I'd like to watch those at some point.
The big thing that the original has is they did get Vincent Price, and like Vincent Price is always awesome.
Yeah, and this movie's missing Vincent Price. I'll say that.
Yes, House on Haunted Hill from memory has kind of the same problems these has, where I don't know how much is supposed to be supernatural, and I think that's just because they had $2 to make the damn thing.
So should I pause it right here?
Yes, pause it.
Okay, all right.
It is a shame that they cut this out of the version Noah's watching, because this gives it a kind of a Tales from the Crypt or Creep Show vibe.
Yeah, William Castle is just or like a Rod Serling host.
Yeah,
to his own work. I like the goofy skeleton.
So is the entire
that's straight out of House on Haunted Hill too.
No, yeah, there's a big thing with the skeleton in that movie. So is the entire movie for you guys in color?
No, so it's all black and white.
Okay.
Except there will be scenes where it turns blue, at least how I watched it. And then the ghosts will show up and the ghosts are red.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Because I was going to say, I think removing the black and white really ruins some of the character of this movie, I would say.
No, so...
You would say that.
And I did.
Yeah, and right now William Castle is explaining the gimmick to the audience, which I know is a thing for a lot of his movies.
Okay, here, Noah, I'm gonna send you this GIF. That kind of is what we're gonna see.
Okay. Providing the context for one of our hosts.
And what I will say is part of the problem with the illusion.
Okay, Noah, play.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So now we're at the museum, and we're back to the actual movie.
I was distracted because you sent me that.
Part of the problem with the Illusion O gimmick is that if you are using these to see the ghosts, the problem is like you can't like the whole screen looks black except for the ghosts, like because you can't see shit. The blue looks fine, but with the version John and I are watching, you can see the ghosts, but there's also the blue tinting.
Well, and like, what is some? Because there's entire scenes where it's just a ghost doing something. What does that look like if you watch it and don't see the ghosts? Are you just looking at the room?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a static establishing shot.
So, not to show my hand too early, my opinion on this movie, but especially with the opening credits and how like goofy and cheesy they are, and even this scene where we're introduced to our main character and he's about to take a call, where it's like, oh, they're they're kicking us out of the house now. They're taking everything right now. We need to leave right now. I was kind of hooked on the cheesy tone of this movie from the beginning, but then at a certain point, it kind of loses me, and it's hard for me to pinpoint exactly where.
It's weird. It kind of shifts. This turns into like, oh, we inherited this house and maybe it's haunted, to a heist movie.
Well, what it is, John, and what I like about it, it turns into a Scooby Doo plot. That's a big part of this movie, like literally.
Now, I will say, because like I said, I grew up with the remake.
Mm.
I was shocked how much of this is in the remake.
Me too. I assumed, not to get into my feelings on the actual remake, but I assumed going into that, like, oh, this is probably a remake in name only.
Yeah.
And no, there are characters and plot points that are lifted from this, much to my surprise.
We'll get into it more, but I think the best thing in that remake is they kept the glasses, the
That's true.
Illusiono. It's just it's for the characters instead of the audience, so it's not a pain in the ass to watch the movie.
Yeah, you know what the glasses or the gimmick of this reminded me of?
What's that?
Specifically Freddy's Dead, where that movie has glasses that characters have to put on, and that why wouldn't you just make the whole movie 3D? Why did that need a glasses gimmick?
No, I love this scene where they're just taking the furniture.
Yeah. Also,
so, right now we're out of money.
Yes, like right now. You know how now I know you guys don't care for 3D, but you know how I'd approach a 3D Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
How's that?
What's that?
For the whole movie, you do the Dream Freddy sequences in 3D and the real world stuff normal.
That's what I that's what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 3D is kind of dead at the moment, but I mean, it comes and goes.
It's technically there. Yeah. This cake sucks. This is the saddest birthday I've ever seen.
It took me a moment
like a cake. What do you want?
It really took me a minute to realize that that other girl is supposed to be like their daughter.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like. I assume she's supposed to be a teenager.
I think she's supposed to be like in her probably early 20s, I assume.
I don't know.
It's vague. It just because it seems like she starts dating the lawyer later.
No, I think you're forgetting what year this movie came out.
You're right.
And no, we'll get into it with the remake, but like all of these characters are in that remake.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because I really don't remember anything about that movie.
I'm a little scared to watch the remake because I haven't seen it in a long time, but it was one of my favorites when I was like 10, 12.
Shut the damn window. I love this bit with the creepy guy at the door.
William Castle really loves his haunted houses.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
scary.
I wasn't expecting a jump scare here.
Yeah.
It's just a sad old guy.
He's like, "Excuse me, sir." Yeah, no, he does. I mean, you know, the haunted house trope was certainly a thing he went back to, it seems.
Probably just because it was cheap. Do either of you know how
Yeah.
much this movie was made for, approximately?
I'm sure very little. It's also on Wikipedia it doesn't even say. But yeah, I'm sure these are made on the cheap.
One thing
I
I do
really do have
appreciate.
a
Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead,
really
Noah.
do have a soft spot for the haunted house type movies, though. Like, it's one of my favorite like tropes in horror. So I was hooked on this movie from the beginning. It's just I think it gets a little
It gets too complicated.
overcomplicated later, which is weird to say because it's not
That-
hard to follow or anything. But yeah,
Yeah, and that's some of the stuff I like about it, just because I
I
completely forgot about the Scooby Doo plot.
I did get a little lost. Like it took me forever to realize who the lawyer. I think it's the lawyer. Whoever like drags the little
yeah,
kid into the money plot.
yeah. That's the lawyer. His heel turn seemed a bit sudden to me, though. Too, I
Uh,
didn't get the vibe that
I
he
don't
was
think it
a.
is.
I didn't get the vibe that he
We'll
was
talk about it.
an untrustworthy guy.
He's a lawyer. What's wrong with you?
he's the blood sucking lawyer.
I was just fooled by his charisma.
I do like now. What I will say about this movie, to give it a positive, I totally understand if you find this dull or boring, or if it's not your thing. How I feel about this movie, and I think, to be clear, I haven't seen any other William Castle movies. This is like kind of that in between, like some of the big classics of the Universal monster movies or The Haunting, which we recently reviewed and Noah
Yep.
talked about a lot, really liking. Like this is somewhere between those and then like the B movie schlock we think of this era, like your Robot Monsters or Ed Wood
Yeah.
movies. It's like it's somewhere between those, because I don't think it's like horribly incompetent or anything. The whole cast across the board, I will say, I think is decent. I don't think there's anyone terrible in this movie.
Yeah.
Nobody makes me go, "Oh God, like this is terrible."
Hmm.
But also some unconventional. Like this is not a conventional lead for this type of
Right.
movie.
This dad and his very old wife.
I mean,
Even the
he's
kid
very
He
old.
doesn't
isn't.
get anything to do.
Even the kid isn't really annoying.
No, he's decent. Also, the dad look he doesn't sound like him, but he looked like James Remar to me.
We'll talk about it more in the remake, but I think there is a change the remake makes, which is a good choice, um, in terms of the villain of the movie.
Yeah, and I think
Ghosts.
part of what disappointed me about this movie a little bit, not to just shit on it when we're not even halfway through it, but like I don't think it quite leaned far enough into the campier B movie aspects as I was hoping it would.
It's a little too serious.
Yeah. They should have hired some more incompetent actors. Would have made this movie better.
So
No,
I'll bring this up now because I might forget when we get there. The ghost that confused me was the lion. What
yeah,
what is
Oh,
that
the
doing there?
ghost.
I'm gonna complain about that scene when we get there.
One thing I do
Noah bringing the
appreciate
big
with this
engines.
having a remake and it being the original, and they're both 13 Ghosts, is because this one just uses the number 13, and the
Yeah.
remake goes with it spelled out, so you can differentiate them when you're googling stuff.
No,
True.
that movie's called 13en Ghosts.
What?
That is also true.
It
No,
does the
John,
fan
look at the poster. Look at the poster and how it's spelled. It's
it does the fan
Okay.
obnoxious.
yeah, it does the fan force stick thing.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
the number 13 is a part of the word.
Say what you will though, I remember as a kid that poster was like so cool. It's like, oh god, what's happening with the face and all the pictures.
It's very of its time.
Kind of
Also, I
creepy
didn't
poster.
count. Are there actually 13 ghosts in this movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's also a spinning blade of fire, and I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
But it's not one of the ghosts. It's just a thing that shows up.
Because the remake makes
There's
that a plot point of there's 13 ghosts.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see each and every one of them in this movie.
This is the
Like,
goofy
one by
shit
one.
Noah likes. The fly on the string.
Yeah.
This is the worst effect in the movie.
When stuff's moving around on strings in this movie, I'm down. I'm with it.
I'm having a good time.
Do you think if the
Um,
movie didn't have Illusionos, would have the movie? Wait. Do you think if this movie didn't have Illusions, would the movie have been remade or would it be forgotten? I mean, I arguably like I don't want to sound down on this. Arguably, this movie has kind of been forgotten even before it was remade.
Yeah.
I don't think it's remade because of the Illusiono gimmick that never went anywhere.
Yeah, and the remake, what's that name of the studio? It was, I think, a short-lived studio, Dark Castle Entertainment. Like, Dark Castle existed to remake William Castle movies. So you had,
Okay.
I think House on Haunted Hill was the first one, and then 13 Ghosts is one, and I don't know if they did any others. But like, yeah, that's why that movie exists.
Interesting. Yeah, because
yes.
I've never even heard of that production company.
It's interesting you guys say that because they are still making movies.
Okay. So it looks like they got out of just remaking William Castle stuff.
Yeah, so they made those so they made that movie Last Breath that just came out.
Oh wow.
And they made the Orphan movies.
Oh.
I haven't seen those, but I'm really sad because Orphan is one of those that like lives and dies on a twist, and I know the twist before I saw the movie.
So no,
they made
sorry, but
they made the House of Wax remake, Robert.
oh, cool. There you go.
Interesting. I still want to see that.
Just so I mention it now that we're introduced to this character, the witch, as they call her. It took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out that that's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh no!
Oh, for shame.
If it makes you feel better, I didn't know that because I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years.
Yeah, Margaret Hamilton.
Yeah,
it's also wild. It's also wild to think that this movie is made over 20 years after that.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
But Robert, I think what you were thinking of with the two movies is that movie is directed by a guy that only made two movies. Both of them were for Dark Castle Entertainment, 13 Ghosts and Ghost Ship.
Yep, we'll get to that.
And honestly, Ghost Ship, it is a movie that never lives up to the first like 10 minutes, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
There are ghosts in this here house.
Maybe. By the end of the movie, I'm not sure.
Thanks for mentioning that as soon as we moved in.
But Noah, that's his whole plot. He's trying to scare these people out of this house. So you saying you were surprised by his heel turn, I'm like, okay, he's doing the whole movie.
So when we get to the scene with the Ouija board, it seems like he's, don't mess with that. You'll anger the spirits, blah blah blah. Like it seems like he cares for their well-being in that scene. But I don't know. I was kind of, I guess I was swindled by the lawyer.
I also didn't pick up that that's his plot as early as this.
You were just really invested in the love story of this old lawyer and their very young daughter.
No, see, I was the daughter in this scenario. I was charmed by
I was the daughter, Noah 2025.
Oh, you're gonna clip that, aren't you?
Of course. So one thing I will say that's interesting with her, I know it's kind of a trope, the house caretaker that's kind of creepy. But all I could think of was just the House on Haunted Hill, or God damn it, The Haunting of Hill House with the religious caretaker.
Yep.
All these.
There's too many houses on the hills that are haunted.
Haunted, yeah.
There's House on Haunted Hill. There's The Haunting of Hill House. Oh, and don't worry, Robert. The Hill. God damn it. House on Haunted Hill remake also got a 10-year later sequel, Return to
Yay.
House on Haunted Hill.
One thing I can give this movie credit is explaining what the word Ouija means.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait,
I
it's
will
just
say,
yes?
Yes.
What?
I will say it kind of impressive for a movie in the 60s to have an Ouija board.
Yeah,
I
no
wasn't
kidding.
expecting that. I do think it's funny though how he describes it because he's like, "We," meaning yes, and "yeah," and then he continues
I,
to pronounce it like "we-ja" instead of "we-ya."
I love how aloof and dumb the dad in this movie is. He also doesn't care much for his family's well-being.
He's too invested in the like ghost plot and the connection with his uncle.
Yeah, I think
But
that's what kind of threw me off is at because I've heard that apparently the cast was upset that the boy got top billing, but like he's the only one that's connected to the plot of this movie.
But he's the
he's
hero.
kind of the main character. And
Yeah,
also, they, I think that was by design too, because I think they were marketing this movie towards kids. Like, I don't know if all William Castle's movies were like that, but this was the era of horror being being marketed more towards kids,
that makes sense
especially
because
comic books and other things.
even just going back based on what few 60s movies I've seen, this isn't particularly scary. Like there's the jump scare,
Mhm.
but like the horror is just
Yeah.
really poorly uh animated ghosts that don't
I'll say
really do
charming.
I
anything.
mean, I guess a man gets crushed to death at the end of this movie, but that's about it.
Is that what's happening? I couldn't tell.
Yes.
Yeah, the bed crushes him.
To be fair, no, in the version that I watched, the screen is blue and then there's like flashing
Yeah.
red. And I could kind
You
of see
couldn't
something happening on the other side of it, but
you couldn't tell what was happening under all that nonsense?
no.
It's getting spooky. I will also say I have a bit more of a fondness for this movie because I actually first see this when I'm a little kid. I'm at the
Oh, we have the
friend
same thing, just with the different
party.
versions of this movie.
Exactly. Yeah, we have the complete opposite experience with these. So, well, when I was a little kid, I found it kind of creepy, and I remember liking it. And then I didn't see it again for like 20 years for this. And it was fun revisiting it. And he warned me ahead of time. He was like, "Oh no, like this is not one of William Castle's best movies. It kind of sucks." But I was like, "I find it charming. Like it has its moments."
Yeah.
For as much as I complain about this movie, I don't hate it. I do find it pretty charming for what
I
it is.
Yeah, like I have a list of problems. I didn't hate watching it even when I was lost at parts of the film of like what was happening. It's not one that I will probably ever go back to after this commentary, but
13 what?
it's got things I like. I like the atmosphere. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
One
I
and
like a good black and white horror picture.
oh, picture.
Well, in whichever cut you're watching, this is like a consummate like Halloween party throwing spooky shit on in the background movie.
Well, and
It's
what's
perfect for that.
interesting is
Yeah.
there's been rumors for years now that I think either Paramount or Netflix is going to do a prequel show to the remake that is all about like the ghosts because the ghosts all have backstories, and the main thing I've heard for years is people want that show that like fleshes out each of the ghosts' backstories, and there's been rumors that it's happening.
I just think it's a little late for that.
It is no, because at this point, just remake it again.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
This isn't some sacred film that can never be remade again.
Ah,
Oh my
No,
god, the picture
I
fell.
definitely, I absolutely think that there's room for improvement here.
No,
oh
like I
my
like the
god.
remake. I'm curious to see how it holds up because I haven't watched it in a while. I still think there is a definitive version. But Robert, you know what this movie is missing? Matthew Lillard acting his heart out.
I mean, just about any movie is better with Matthew Lillard acting his heart out.
I love this scene. Like that scene, I think it's both funny with the string,
Yeah.
but it's also actually kind of creepy with it pointing at the girl and her saying, "Oh, don't tell me what I don't want to know." And then the parents are like really nonchalant about it, but the
Well,
mom's like,
let's go
"That's
back to
fucking
bed.
floating. That's weird."
The dad's like, there's nothing to worry about.
The dad may be one of the worst horror protagonists, if you could call him a protagonist, that I've
I
ever
love him.
seen in a
I
horror movie. The
like
kid, yeah.
the film focuses on the dad because he's the one that can do things, but I'd argue that the kid ends up being the protagonist. He's the only one with something to do in this movie.
He's the only one that does stuff.
He is also an idiot and gets it from his father.
Yes. My favorite thing about this movie is he just finds $200 laying around,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "I'm gonna
Well,
hide this," and I'm like, "And do what with it? What is your end goal here?"
he's a dumb kid. But I think with the dad, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think even after, one of the first scenes where he like sees the ghosts with the glasses on, I think even later he's still like, now there must be some reasonable explanation for all this. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. Well, and then I have a big question because we'll get more into it when we get there. But the climax is, well, we're moving out because this place is haunted. But before we leave, we have to do a séance. What?
Yes.
Yeah, or a seance, as that one guy says.
Adam Arch, just popping in to say I'm still confused about the absence of Scooby Doo and Vincent Price. But that's a different movie.
Yeah, it is funny that Vincent Price could be in this one, but he is in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo show and other William Castle movies. But he's not in this one specifically.
I do think this movie, because I ended up giving this a 2.5 on Letterboxd. Like, it's all right. I do think this gets bumped up to a 3, maybe a 3.5 if Vincent Price is the dad.
Oh, sure. And I think the dad's fine. Like, he's not a bad actor or anything, but I'd love if
He's not bad,
Vincent
but
Price was in this
he
movie.
kind of adds to the blandness of this movie.
It
Draven,
has the... Oh, sorry, go on.
if the remake was a success, they probably would have been a whole anthology series. Was that remake like a failure though?
It might have done better on home video. It might have been one of those movies, but it didn't do great. Oh no, the problem is
Oh
they spent so
yeah,
much on it. That's
yeah.
the
I just
problem.
noticed that movie has a $42 million budget. That's a
Why?
mistake.
Where did that money go to?
I mean, you
That
can
is,
see
to
it.
be fair, you
can see
can
it on
see it.
screen.
That is a very effects
you?
heavy film.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, the house in that movie is insane. I
Yep.
kind of love it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess to be fair, A, they spent too much on it, but B, it did end up just kind of becoming a cult classic. Like, that's a home
Yeah.
video movie.
And that's like I kind of heard of this movie, but all I hear anyone talk about with 13 Ghosts is the remake.
Yeah. No, I think this. Oh,
Oh, here we go.
So I have a question about the number of ghosts. We're counting the executioner guy as a ghost, but the head he's chopping off isn't part of the count. Does that make sense?
no,
Why does that not count as a ghost?
Because it's just his
Robert,
head.
is this 13 and a half ghosts?
I think so.
Tyler, the special features of my copy of 13 Ghosts has a mockumentary on the different ghosts, how they came to be, so a TV show based. Yeah, like that from the people my age that love that remake because we grew up with it. I'm kind of indifferent. Like, I'm fine with the movie just being a movie, the piece on its own. But that is the main thing I hear is we want a TV show that is like the backstory of all the ghosts. Jaden says, "Well, you get Shaggy in the remake. That is true, and he's the best part of that remake."
So
Adam
Adam
Arch,
Arch
everything is
says that
improved by Vincent
everything's
Price. I mean,
improved.
that is just correct.
Yeah. I will also say everything is improved with Matthew Lillard.
That is also correct. I'm this close to being able to see Life of Chuck. I can't wait.
Dude, he's so fucking good in that movie.
I don't normally watch movies just because like an actor is in them. Like if I'm not interested in the movie, I'm not going to be won over because Matthew Lillard or someone's in it. There are times where I'm like, I kind of just want to watch movies that he's in to see him in different kinds of movies.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
it's
a great
like
actor.
he's usually one of the highlights of everything he's in. Like, I know even you don't really like this, but in Twin Peaks season 3, he's
He's the
amazing in
best
that.
part.
Yeah,
Tyler, have
Wait,
you guys
Matthew
got to
Lillard's
the
in that?
line? Yes.
yeah,
I
and
didn't
he's
know that.
incredible.
Tyler, have you guys gotten to the lion? No.
No, that's
13.
like halfway through.
So Noah, I have a question.
Yeah,
Is it so? We just got to the scene where he puts on the glasses. In our cut, it switches to blue because now he's gonna see ghosts.
yeah.
Is it just kind of like, oh, well, he's got glasses on now because like nothing really changes in your cut?
Yeah, so he's just putting on. He just has the glasses on now, and then you see the 13 not light up, but you still see it in the book.
Okay.
But that's why I assumed that. Oh, okay, these scenes must be in 3D.
Yeah.
No, so what's happening here is if you're watching it with the illusion gimmick, it's if I'm
Yeah,
looking through the red, I can see the ghosts. If I'm looking through the blue, there's nothing there. So I'm just looking
okay.
at him looking at nothing.
That's amazing then, because like if you just do that, that's just a picture of a shot of the wall.
That's all
Well,
it is.
but wouldn't that be the same if you didn't have the glasses up? You would just see nothing,
No,
right?
no, you'd see both. So it'd just be
Oh,
kind of fucked up.
okay.
Yeah. This is a
But
cool
I
shot
like
where
the
they're like on
skeleton.
fire.
Yeah. Well, and
Skeleton on a string.
I do really like some of the particularly ghoulish designs of some of the ghosts. Like they look like EC Comics characters.
And
Like I wish
now
they had more
there's
screen
the
time.
fan.
I don't know.
The fan of flames.
Ah.
Oh my god, it's getting closer.
Oh god, it's getting bigger.
Now I will say, I said this hasn't aged well. I will give it credit where its credit's due. I've never seen anything quite like this, especially in the '60s.
Some of these effects are fun. I like the skeleton on fire.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
fun.
my brain though
I,
is still stuck on the remake was a $40 million movie. Why would you do that?
this I will say is the one improvement over House on Haunted Hill. That movie didn't have a flaming skeleton on a string.
That's true. That is
That's true.
true.
It just had a regular skeleton on a
Well,
string.
see,
See.
that's the monkey's paw. You get a flaming skeleton on a string, but you lose Vincent
But it's the
Price.
worst. Yeah, you lose Vincent Price.
And John, for context in terms of Dark Castle Entertainment, before they did the 13 Ghosts remake, their House on Haunted Hill remake was made for less than $20 million and made $65 million. So that one turned a profit.
Yeah.
Why would you go from $20 million to a 45?
I have a feeling because the house in that movie is not nearly as elaborate. I have a feeling the extra 20 is just making that insane house. God bless them that they did though, because it is wonderful. It makes no sense from an architecture perspective, and I don't know why anyone would want to live there, but I love it.
They really don't want you to forget that there's 13 of these ghosts.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the second you get 13 burned on your hand, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of that house.
Oh, there must be some sort of explanation for all this.
This movie is the poster child for white people shit.
Yeah.
Don't get the fuck out.
No,
Idiots.
Robert, we have to solve this mystery.
We have to
That-
finish the story.
But there's a whole other mystery going on that they don't even know about.
They're about to uncover. If they stay at the house, they will know about the mystery.
See, and if we ever do remake this again, I'd like to see maybe a not shot for shot, but a closer to this. Because I think you could do something really cool with this now and still make it a cheap B movie.
I'll get more into it, or I'll definitely talk about this again when we get to the remake commentary. But how you feel about Midnight Mass as your definitive version of Salem's Lot for Mike Flanagan? That's now retroactively how I feel about Mike Flanagan's Haunting of Hill House, where I'm like, oh, that's just kind of that's the definitive version of 13 Ghosts for me now. Because there's
You
a
know what? I
lot of
could see that. I never thought about that.
both versions. There's a
Yeah.
lot of 13 Ghosts in that
Yeah.
show.
Interesting.
You're not wrong. I never thought to put those.
Thank you.
Like 13 Ghosts was a staple of my preteens, teens. It's not a movie I think about a lot now. Like it's like, oh yeah, Matthew Lillard's great in that movie, and then I'm sad because, yeah. When are we gonna get 13 Ghosts versus Ghostbusters?
13 Ghostbusters.
Slasher Fred, the
No.
original. Welcome in, Slasher Fred. Always good to see you. The original 13 Ghost opens almost like a documentary with William Castle explaining the ghost. That is correct.
That's correct.
That's true. And there's a really good bit at the end of this movie where William Castle shows back up again, and he's like, now, if you still don't believe in ghosts, bring these home and look through the red lens if you dare.
I was laughing
great.
so hard at that.
So good. Noah, you watched the inferior version. For shame.
Yeah. If only that version was available anywhere.
John
Why didn't
found it.
Why didn't you just go buy the Blu-ray?
Because I'm not that committed. This dude's uncle is named Plato.
Weird name.
He's like thinks he's a philosopher or some shit.
Who will be the 13th ghost?
I was kind of expecting when the 13th ghost to show up, it would
The
just be a
13th
giant.
Joe?
13
13th Joe.
Jokers? That's going to be the
Yeah.
sequel to the 3 Jokers.
Oh
I was
god.
expecting it to be a giant question mark.
That's in the opening credit.
Yeah.
That would be great, though.
Yeah, that they showed you what all the ghosts look like.
Oh no.
I was really disappointed when it wasn't.
You know,
His
we
his boss here is
Oh.
also surprisingly nonchalant.
it's so
Like,
blue.
oh, is it the ghosts?
You know,
Yeah.
not
I
to
really like the makeup on these ghosts.
yeah.
Like, so they look like EC Comics characters.
Oh yeah, these
Yeah.
ones are cool.
I like the slow-mo. This part's shockingly violent. and the chef has a goofy mustache. That's great. And then, oh my god.
John, I will say every time there's a ghost scene, your room lights up blue. Which is really
Well, you see,
funny.
they're trying to come into the real world.
Oh no.
You know, we have once again missed the mark. We should have been doing I Know What You Did Last Summer commentary this week, but I'm also not upset that we're not watching that.
Who cares?
Right. This is the part of the movie where it's like, okay, now ghosts are like throwing shit around and somebody almost gets hit.
Yeah, I was like,
Like,
but why
get
are
out
they
of there.
throwing things around?
Oh yeah, see, even here he's like, what do you mean it came off? Like, he's trying to explain it. It's like, dude, you have 13
Also,
burned into your head.
Robert, for
This
our
is the connection.
copy, I think this is
I
a
love
little bit of a
this.
cheat. This is a ghost scene, but they don't have the blue or the red.
But
It's
we
just a
can't
floating
see them.
flower count. Oh, true.
Oh,
Yeah, but like, why can we not see them now versus? Or,
good question.
Because he doesn't have the glasses on right now.
but that's not always consistent either.
Nope.
That's true.
Yeah, because we just had
Also-
the scene of the few people in the kitchen and nobody's
Yeah.
there with them.
Also, exposition boy.
Hey,
Where
he's
did you
just
learn
a
all
ghost.
this?
He's talking to the ghosts. This is the part where it's like, okay, we're throwing meat cleavers at people. Let's get out of this house. This isn't safe.
It's not exactly the same, but this kind of reminded. This kind of reminded me of the part in Poltergeist where like the ghosts are moving the chairs around in the kitchen.
You think Poltergeist is a remake of this?
It's a better movie than this.
Yeah, and I didn't even love that movie. I thought it was just okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
That
Oh.
old creepy lady, she's probably a ghost.
No, just because I forgot to send it to you, and I don't want to forget to tell you. I sent Robert. There was somebody. One of the actors from the new "I Know What You Did Last Summer" movie was on a podcast, like promoting the movie, and you're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you know, I know what you did last summer. Walked so Scream could run," and I was like, "What? Scream came out first? What are you talking about?"
That only makes sense if they're talking about the draft of the script that Kevin Williamson wrote, because he did write that before writing Scream. But that's probably giving them too much credit.
I don't think they're talking about that, Robert. I think they're genuinely confused.
That's the only way that makes sense.
Maybe they're talking about the franchises.
But even then, that doesn't make sense because Scream came first.
Scream has had lasted longer, and it's had better legs as a franchise. No one cares about I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, well, which also had a sequel.
I mean, arguably the sequel is better than any Scream sequel because it has Jamaican Jack Black.
That's true.
I can't believe I didn't know about that. But yeah, I'm also
so old.
I'm also giving them too much credit, for sure.
No, John. What I had with this movie is, this is even though this wasn't per se a drive-in movie, it has that vibe of, okay, yeah, there's the boring talking scenes where you're supposed to kind of not pay attention, and then the ghosts show up and you go, ah, like the original The Blob. Like it has that similar pacing.
I was not as bored by this as I was The Blob. I will give it that.
I will say The Blob, I think, is more boring than this movie.
Oh, the main kid in this just died in 2015.
Rest in peace.
No.
Oh wow, he was only active from 53 to 68.
And yeah, like I said earlier, for a cast of like not particularly super well known actors, I think everyone's fine in this movie. Of course, the Wicked Witch here be kind of their biggest get.
It's embarrassing though because I kept seeing in the credits Margaret Hamilton, and I was like, "Who is that? That's a familiar name." And I think it was about here I realized, oh shit, that's the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm dumb. I do need to rewatch Wizard of Oz, though, to be fair.
So this is called Setup and Payoff. We're hinting at... It is Chekhov's bed. But we're hinting at how the uncle died, and this is going to come back at the end of the movie. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
No one's ever really gone. I'm just going to mention this because I haven't heard of this movie. The slasher Fred Says Cats, which has a scene where a seemingly innocent child bedroom becomes a torture chamber. Have you guys heard of that?
I have not heard of it.
I'm going to Google it.
Slasher Fred also mentioned a movie I've heard of, but I haven't seen, called Matinee, where there's a trailer for a fake movie, and John Goodman's character is a spoof of William Castle. That sounds awesome. I need to check that out.
John Goodman is an actor I like a lot in theory, but he's just not in a lot of movies that I want to see. Especially
Tomcats is a rom-com screwball comedy from 2001 starring Jerry O'Connell, Jake Busey, and Shannon Elizabeth.
That is not the vibe I would have gotten from the way Slasher Fred described it.
I thought it was going to be another horror movie.
Close the damn window.
That's kind of a theme in this movie. Everyone's got their windows open.
I love the idea. What is your movie about thematically? Closing the damn windows.
Don't let in a draft.
Also, I don't remember if it's a movie or a show, but I know there's something that John Waters appears in where he plays a William Castle character.
That's a good casting too.
And that's funny, and that's great casting because John Waters is like the more exploitation version.
Well, it's funny. I have a funny thing with John Waters because I've not seen a lot of his movies. Like, there's a couple I have no interest in seeing. But the main thing I've seen him in is Seed of Chucky. So that's just what my brain goes to, where he's like the sleazy paparazzi guy. So good.
And of course, there's his cameo in one of Alvin the Chipmunks movies, where
I've
Alvin
only
says
seen
that
I know that
where
you're a
he's
big fan of
seen-
the Alvin and the Chipmunk movies, but I've only seen the first one.
Listen, there's a scene in one of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies where Alvin says to John Waters that he has seen pink flamingos, which is wild to me.
I mean, that is.
That's great. It would also be great if he got acid poured on his face, like in Seed of Chucky, and he has the same death in a Chipmunks movie.
Yeah, and it's rated R for that scene.
Noah is the world's biggest Alvin and the Chipmunks fan, but specifically the live action movies.
Listen, every time John Waters comes up in a conversation, I have to bring that up. I just do.
So here we're setting up how the uncle was suffocated to death, and I don't think the dad here will mention or comment on this.
No,
He's just like, "Oh, that was weird."
Robert, I'm also getting. I didn't think about this on the first time, but with like the way the house is and the weird shit, I'm just thinking of Clock Tower.
Yeah, I could see that. I like.
No,
that
I know
style.
you fell asleep when we were playing that game, but a lot of weird shit happens in that game.
yeah, Robert, you fell asleep when we played that.
Sure.
Do you think you think Vincent Price could have been the Scissorman?
Yeah,
absolutely. And here's a 40-year-old man bringing home a teenage daughter off a date that Noah approves of. Just wanted
Noah loves those
his
teenage girls.
Daughter? What are you talking about? That's not
the family's teenage daughter.
I mean, okay, Noah, this is the 60s. If she is not a teenager, then she would have been moved out, married, had kids.
That's true.
She's clearly supposed to be a teenager.
Too much of our modern expectations.
I think she's supposed to be like a senior in high school.
That was just funny because she looks like she's in her mid-20s, early 30s.
Probably is.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because normally I don't notice it because I'm so adjusted, but for whatever reason I'm noticing it in this. I think it's because in movie, like more modern stuff, when we do that, we try to age them down. This movie's like, she's an age.
Now, Noah, this is where
this is the guy.
This is the guy. This is where the black and white actually kind of fucks up the plot. Because if you're watching this with the ghost viewer option, and this is still in black and white, you're like, well, why is this ghost in black and white? That doesn't make sense. And then it'll make sense later, because there's a twist.
I didn't think of it. It's a good point.
That Noah didn't see coming.
I didn't see it coming because I watched the wrong version, Robert. I wasn't able to predict that.
You're also just really into the Ben character, and we're really sad when he
I'm gonna say it. Ben did nothing wrong in this movie. He's just trying to collect a fortune. He's just trying to.
He goes about it horribly.
This is Noah's film projector moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think those two are on the same level. I think Ben's better than the film projector.
After having seen Superman, I think I'm on Robert's side here, where the film projectionist is the best character.
Thank you.
Yeah, but he's not Superman at that movie.
Dylan wants to know when does Scooby Doo show up? That's the second time we've been asked about this.
That's really funny because A, Shaggy's gonna be in the next version of this movie, and B, this is just a Scooby-Doo plot. and I love it.
Welcome in, Dylan. Good to see you.
Take a shot every time someone mentions Scooby-Doo tonight.
It's just making me want to watch Scooby Doo.
We got to do a Scooby-Doo stream.
We do,
Absolutely.
yeah. No, I'm gonna need you to comb through every episode of Scooby Doo that's ever been made and pick out like the best one. Oh my god!
You know I'm the wrong person for that.
So so admittedly, this confused me a little bit when I was watching it. So is the idea that's the lawyer just in makeup?
Yes,
Yeah, he's wearing a mask.
That's bad.
Okay, because
you see
she
at the end
sees
later.
him, runs, and they come in and comfort her, and then we never turn back to it. It's just gone.
Yes.
I was like, what? What is happening? Dylan says Scooby Doo on Zombie Island hits hard. I mean, it is the best Scooby Doo movie.
We did do a commentary on it.
We did. Tyler says, John, watch Scooby Doo. I have other things to do though, like watch 13 Ghosts.
That also
not the
implies that
Scooby Doo one.
He hasn't watched any Scooby Doo, and
we know that's not true. I saw the live action movie in theaters like 5 times.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was the most like deceitful thing I ever did as a kid. Is I kept telling people I hadn't seen Scooby Doo, so they'd take me to go see Scooby Doo.
That's amazing.
Okay. All right. So we find out that the money is hidden under the staircase. The money's hidden under the staircase.
That is kind of the most comic accurate penguin we've ever had.
It really, yeah. It really does look like it. But the bills that just fell on the floor look like they came from the ceiling, not the stairs.
Well, it was one of the ghosts.
The film isn't about the little details, Noah.
It's about the big picture.
There you go.
Noah, Tyler's gonna give you a wiki to of Scooby-Doo recommendations to make for the video.
Oh, so you're giving me permission to copy your homework, Tyler?
Dylan Smithy, 1 ticket for Scooby-Doo 2. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Draven says the best Scooby-Doo thing ever is the Blair Witch parody called the Scooby-Doo Project. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I tend to prefer the actual Scooby-Doo versus a parody.
No, it's a good parody. Well, it's an official parody. You know, you got the actual voice actors to do it.
No, the best Scooby-Doo thing is Looney Tunes Back in Action when Matthew Lillard is being roasted by animated Shaggy.
So good.
He didn't deserve that. He's great Shaggy.
He is a great
Shaggy. So, John, you want more backstory for the ghosts? Here you go.
Oh.
This guy got his head eaten by a lion.
Oh, is that why it's here?
Yeah, when the lion's also one of the ghosts too, right?
Yep.
Are we counting the lion? Yeah.
Yes, the lion is counted as the opening credits of the film.
But not the guy's head. The different guy's head.
There are at least so there is a decapitated man who is a ghost, and a separate severed head that is not a ghost. Keep up, Noah.
Yeah, this is a different severed head.
Yes, this is not.
I will say, we'll talk more about it when we get there. I think the remake was smart to go its own way with the ghosts and like do its own thing.
Okay, I think though you do get the decapitated guy, but it goes by so quickly, and they don't have a lion. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
This is my least favorite scene in the movie, by the way.
It goes on a long time.
It goes on forever. I don't understand why we're spending so much time on it. It's not cool. It's not entertaining in any way.
There's a man performing with a lion wearing a fucking... They can't see. He's doing this for your entertainment.
I will say, this is probably the worst scene, but this is my favorite stuff in the movie when it turns blue and you get the red ghosts. So like in this version, I'm
See,
fine with it because it looks cool.
I think it's because I watched the black and white version. I'm just sitting here like
Yeah.
why? Like, why am I watching this? Like,
They're ghosts.
Dylan says, "You see that Joe Dante sold his Citizen Kane sled for 14 million. Here's
Oh
come
my god!
Jesus. Here's coming from Looney Tunes back in Action 2. That would
I
require
hope.
Zaslav to not be completely incompetent when it comes to Looney Tunes.
hey, I mean, they put The Day the Earth Blew Up on Max, so that's something.
It was funny too. I sent Kyle, who's been in the chat, my 2025 list. He's giving me shit for having that new Looney Tunes movie up. So I was like, I don't know, man. It's just we don't make stuff like that anymore. So it's just such a
Yeah,
joy.
and it's
There's
really
movies.
good.
There's movies that I have it over that I probably are better technically, but I was just so happy to see proper
Yeah,
Looney Tunes again.
I still need to
and
watch it.
it's a really
Yes.
well-made
So
version of that movie.
yeah. So like I said, I was really confused about the Lion Ghost, but I also enjoyed it just because this is the stuff that I had latched onto with the weird colors and the red, blue, and red.
Also, Noah, how do you not love the guy with the costume to hide his head?
That made me chuckle a bit, but I don't
But
know,
I
just
can
the
also
long
see
scenes
when
of
you're
the kid
watching it in.
watching just the long sequence of the kid watching the lion walk back and forth. I'm like, get on with it, please.
I can also see in the black and white version this just feeling, well, we got to pad out the runtime.
Yes, that's the sense I
Also,
got.
okay, when I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, they probably shot a lion and then filmed this guy and then just put him together. And then you see the lion swat him. I'm like, oh my god, they're for real. He can't even fucking see. He's got a thing on. Like, oh my god.
That is crazy. I will say.
He's gonna die. This looks like such a bad idea.
Oh yeah. So I looked up just like pictures of what the ghosts look like in the version Noah's watching. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just so
It
No,
kind
you
of
see what I'm
uninteresting.
watching right now. Yeah.
You see what I have to work. And now the mom with dementia's just cooking and fine. Like
This is funny
totally
that she
fine.
has no reaction. I
You-
met a
you-
lion.
Oh, that's nice, honey. A fucking meat cleaver almost killed your husband.
I think
Ghosts
that's
are playing shit along.
the idea is that she's so desensitized to it. That's how I read it. It could just be like, oh yeah, whatever, kid.
I think she has
Lion.
dementia because she's very old.
Okay. I don't see any like evidence to that read, but
She's
sure.
75 years old, Noah. God.
You keep going on about how old she is. I think she's
75 years old.
she doesn't look any older than the dad.
I disagree. And this is the scene where Noah was like, "Yep, nothing weird about this."
No.
This
This is where I started to be like, oh, okay, this guy's evil.
This is where you started to get sus.
So
This is where
okay.
I was like,
Real quick, Dylan says that for him the new Looney Tunes film was more Ren and Stimpy than Looney Tunes. I haven't seen any Ren and Stimpy to compare, but it felt very old school Looney Tunes to me. This
yeah.
is where I was like, I feel like this movie has completely shifted plots, and this makes
Yeah.
the kid look like a moron.
He is.
No, because I could just like see everything coming from this point, and I was just kind of like,
Why
Why are
does
we
he
doing
decide
this
this
right
guy
now?
is trustworthy?
No, from this point on, I could predict the rest of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah,
good
sure.
for you. Noah saw this scene and was like, yeah, and this guy's gonna get crushed by a bed, and this kid's gonna hide the money, and
Right.
I don't. At the start, you were like, "Oh, I didn't see that guy's heel turn coming. That made no sense." There's still a half-hour movie left. Like,
oh god, there's still half an hour movie left.
25 minutes, 20 minutes, but yeah.
It is funny. Like we talked about how that scene could be seen as padding. They don't even get to an hour and a half even. It's an hour 24 minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, bring back the 90-minute or less movie.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I do want to see more William Castle movies because like this is considered like not one of his best. So
I am excited
I'd
to
like to
show
see
you
some more.
House on Haunted Hill at some point.
I mean, are any of them considered great?
Uh, I
Like,
think
as if this
his
is the
probably
lesser one.
his team, his like collaborations with Vincent Price are probably more fondly remembered.
Yeah, just because.
No, God, this is fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night all over again. No, it's like William Castle's not a real artist. Like
Yeah.
his movies aren't that deep.
Because like Noah, to be fair to Noah, uh, I can see that with this movie because this movie has kind of been forgotten in favor of the remake. Where something like House on Haunted Hill, I don't think is quite so imbalanced.
Well, I think that Vincent Price is big.
No, no, that's not. This is the creepiest scene in the movie.
Oh,
Get out of there, kid.
Dylan
When
says
a weird
75 years old, so she's in her 50s and the 60s. Yeah.
yes. Look, kid, if a creepy man is trying to tell you to keep a secret and he's got you cornered alone, get out of there.
Get out of there.
and he's promising you money.
Also, it's really funny that the sister is named Medea when I think that name has been ruined forever, thanks to Tyler Perry.
Fucking hate those movies, dude.
I'm surprised it took. I'm surprised it took us this long to mention that.
But like, see, have you guys even known someone with that name, or someone name their child that name? Like, who
No.
would? And if you did, why?
Apparently Tyler Perry.
We at Haven of Horror apologize to all Medeas in the audience. Robert is prejudiced against you.
Dylan says Rosemary's Baby money mainly served as the producer. Oh, did he work on
Oh, that's true.
Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah, he produced some other stuff. Yeah, William Castle is not far off from Roger Corman, where they're known for like directing and making like really cheesy movies. But if you look at some of the stuff they produced, like they've got some legit classics or some really good movies that they were involved with.
Well, Noah's like that. That Rosemary's Baby. That movie sucks.
It's got nothing on 13 Ghosts.
Even though Noah's a really big fan of that director. That's a yes.
Well, no, Robert. Noah prefers the Paramount Plus prequel to Rosemary's Baby.
Oh.
It's better because it's not directed by him. We're distancing ourselves from him.
Are you guys starting to think this movie has the same like 3 locations that we're just going back and forth to?
Oh yeah.
Over and over again. Also, talked over it earlier. This family again really nonchalant about their daughter getting attacked by a ghost in the middle of the night and fuck out. They're like, she'll be fine.
Yeah, because that was my confusion because we do that and then we cut to the lady opening the window, but we never see that thing again. I was like, what?
Right.
I feel like even the other characters at large are very nonchalant to the very existence of ghosts in the first place.
White people, man.
Also, skeleton.
Yeah.
There it is. Spooky skeleton.
I think that's just a prop from House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, I think that's the same skeleton that they reuse and they lit it on fire for this movie.
And Noah, because Ben is the bad guy, he's really trying to get them to leave. I don't know if you picked up on that.
I picked up on that at this point, like I said.
It's, the look on his face here is priceless when he thinks the cat's out of the bag because that stupid kid's like, I have a secret. And Ben's like, oh fuck. Show somebody this clip out of context, they're gonna think that's something very different's going on.
We got a name I don't recognize in the chat. Castellar Daniel Garcia, welcome in. Ghost Story and The Changeling are good horror films. I don't remember liking loving the Changeling, if that's the one I'm thinking of. Noah, didn't we review that?
Yeah, that's George C. Scott.
But I also need to rewatch it.
Don't watch our review because I think we shat on it.
And then
I think John
Ghost,
especially hated that movie.
and then
No, we
Ghost
gotta rewatch
Story.
that.
I don't know about Ghost
Is
Story.
that the A24 movie with? No, I'm thinking of something else.
No, Ghost. I assume the one he's talking about is the 1981 Ghost Story,
Yeah.
which is really good.
I just thought of that one too. Yeah, that's probably the one he's referring to.
Tubi has shown
Really
both
creepy.
versions of 13 Ghosts. I don't think they have the remake right now, and we can't use Tubi for these because they're ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Slasher Fred mentions, and because I think we didn't talk too much about it. Tyler mentioned this earlier too. His version of the remake of 13 Ghosts, the remake, and a lot of the DVDs and Blu-rays has like a mockumentary which explains all the ghost backstories, and I think that's what made a lot of people want that like show that fleshes that out. Dylan says you're thinking of A Ghost Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Casey Affleck one.
And I've not heard of this, but Daniel says Mr. Frost with Jeff Goldblum is a terrific horror film.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard of that either.
I'm down. I'd love to see Goldblum do more horror.
Me too. Yeah, so to be clear, there's Ghost Story, A Ghost Story. There's also a movie called Ghost Stories that Martin Freeman's in that's really good. That's an anthology film.
When are we going to get the Ghost Story cinematic universe?
We're living it.
Fuck.
So ominous.
Yeah, like, why do you have to do this seance before you can move out? Like,
also, kid, you're saying it wrong. It's seance.
he's like 2. Give him a break. Daniel says Ghost Story from 1981. So, Robert, you were right. I haven't seen that.
It's really good. It's really creepy. Like, it's got some fucked up shit.
Robert's
I mean,
like,
not,
spooky ghosts scare me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dylan, I actually have that movie on the Criterion of that movie. I showed it off in our physical media stream. I still have to watch that though.
I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm going to try it. But Dylan says Quaiden is an excellent ghost story set in ancient Japan. Listen,
I think it's
the best.
Kaidan.
Kaidan.
Like
Listen, House is the best Japanese ghost movie, and I will not hear otherwise.
I recommended that movie to someone today.
Hell yeah. That's one of my favorite streams we've done. Is just making Robert watch that live.
They once they watch that movie, they're gonna look at me in horror.
I don't think Robert's ever been the same since we made him watch that.
I mean, who is?
Yeah. There's your life pre-house and post-house.
That's another title I don't think we can ever use again because there's House, House, and House.
Yeah, House MD.
And House MD. Okay, this I wouldn't mind checking out. Dana says Grim Prairie Tales with Brad Dourif and James Earl Jones is a forgotten horror anthology. I'm down for more Brad Dourif. We got to do the Chucky movie soon. Robert, is that on the wheel, by the way?
Which one?
Child's Play.
I think it is.
I'll have to check when we do our spin tonight. I've only seen the first Phantasm, and I don't know what Scanner Cop is.
Dr. Zorba and I experienced Total Recall. That's a different
movie. I know. That's, yeah,
I wish I was watching Total Recall right about now.
I wish Arnold Schwarzenegger showed up at the end of this movie.
They perform the seance and Arnold shows up with like his eyes bugging out from the Mars scene.
And he's like, I want a divorce.
the divorce.
I really want this to be what Ghostbusters is to Dan Aykroyd, where William Castle just believes all this crap. Is like, yeah, this is how it happens.
I showed
Also,
13 Ghosts to my kid, and he asked me, "Do you believe in ghosts, Dad?" And I said, "Yeah." I didn't lie. I had to tell him the truth and said yes.
Also, I don't think this was planned to be like a gimmick in the movie like this is, but I know one of the unproduced Ghostbusters 3 scripts was going to involve like special glasses where if like you put them on like the it's New York but like it looks like hell or
Yeah,
something like that was one of the
Interesting.
unproduced ideas.
I remember that. I kind of wish they made that movie, but whatever.
They should do a comic book with that idea.
I think a lot of, at least of one version of one of the scripts for 3 was used for the Ghostbusters video game. So
Which we
whatever.
still got to play through at some point.
Yeah, we should.
I started it and then the AI bugged out on me and I got pissed and quit.
Yeah. Well, it's that. It's also just kind of a greatest hits of stuff from the first movie that I've heard.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
mostly in the
because they
first
do
level.
slime. Well, they do Slimer and Stay Puft. That's about it.
Well, because the first level is just all the stuff you remember.
Gotcha.
It
That's
kind of
all
grows
the
out of that.
restaurant.
And the movies are still doing that.
Yeah.
Also, I almost made a joke earlier about like a 13 Ghosts Ghostbusters crossover being 13 Ghostbusters, and I was like, wait, there's probably almost 13 Ghostbusters at the end of Frozen Empire because there's a lot of
But
fucking
I,
Ghostbusters
I,
at the end of that movie for some
you
reason.
you also
I think
did
you
make
did
that
make
joke
that
because
joke.
I said
Yeah.
Ghostbusters and 13 Ghosts crossover win, and you went 13
13
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. You did make that joke, you fraud.
I don't remember. That
This
was like
movie
an
has
hour
fried
ago.
Robert's brain.
I think Robert's the one with dementia, not the wife here.
Look, she's
Uh
95 years
this
old.
guy's
Leave her alone.
possessed acting is hysterical.
Yes, it's really funny.
Zarvan.
At first, I was like, "Is he having a stroke? What's happening?"
Daniel Fun Horror County Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That movie's awesome. I know Noah's seen it because I think I made him watch it. Robert, you've seen that, right?
I have not.
Oh,
No, I
FYI.
haven't seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I wonder if that's the movie because I think I mostly told Robert we were talking one night after a stream and you guys both said you hadn't seen a movie and I was like, oh, how have you not seen that? And I was gonna add it to my list and then I forgot and I couldn't remember which.
That's
Maybe it
probably
was
it.
that.
Yeah,
That director just came out with a new movie. I told you I watched Clown in a Cornfield.
Clown. Yeah,
It was really good.
I'll check
Oh
it
my
out.
god.
Dylan Smithy says he believes that Ghostbusters, the video game, is basically Ghostbusters 3. Yeah, basically. Oh my god. Do you think
Spooky ghost.
do you think the people at New Line Cinema just watched this movie and then made Freddy's Dead?
Yes.
But yeah, they saw the Wicked Witch and they had an idea.
That's true.
You know? The first half of that movie is pretty alright. And then it just falls apart.
I'll take your word for it. I have to watch it again.
And at this point in the movie, Noah still thinks this is totally fine. He
Well,
thinks Ben
he's
is doing
rooting for
nothing
the
wrong
lawyer.
here.
Yeah, you're the guy that defended the projectionist. I could defend Ben.
Well, Robert was right. Okay, the
That was
projectionist
Superman.
did nothing wrong. That is Superman.
No, he wasn't Superman. It was the same actor, but he wasn't Superman.
Tomato, tomato.
Potato.
This guy's scarier than the ghosts.
Dylan says no, they just got done eating mushrooms after watching the first season of Twin Peaks. I mean, that is the best season of Twin Peaks.
That's not even the trippiest season of Twin Peaks, season 1.
No,
That's nothing.
that's arguably the most normal one.
It is.
And it's hard with that because like all I really want to do show Robert is Fire Walk with Me, but that has a prerequisite. You have to watch
No.
the show.
No, we will cover Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I know,
sometime.
at some point.
We have to do all of it.
You guys can do the return on your own. I'm good.
Oh my god, what is he doing?
What is happening? What?
13.
Robert, I think you're having the most fun with this movie out of the three of us. little plastic
jeez.
glasses there.
It's scary.
I think I've seen The Last Shift, Daniel. If that's what I'm thinking of, it's pretty good. Then they remade it. It was like, eh.
Like I said earlier, this just has that like drive-in quality where like this is a Halloween party movie where you just put it on in the background. People aren't paying close attention to it. It's just something where some spooky ghosts can show up and you have fun.
And that's what
It's
I
at least not
vibed
boring.
with the most with this movie. Is that kind of vibe. I just don't know if I would rewatch this every Halloween.
Dylan says to know what is
Yeah, for
happening in Twin Peaks, then you must watch the David Lynch PS2 commercial. Oh, I don't know
Yes.
about
What?
this. Do you know about this, Noah?
I don't know. I don't know specifically the PS2 commercials, but it sounds like it's amazing.
That sounds amazing. But why? Why are they angry?
Don't question the exposition witch lady.
I want Sam Raimi to remake this.
He'd be a great choice.
I also want to know what David Lynch's 13 Ghosts looks like.
Also, this way, so for dramatic effect, he's wearing like the bottom half of the costume that he was wearing earlier, just to tell the audience that he was the ghost earlier. But he just stopped at the pants and was like, I don't need to put on the mask.
My headcanon is just that he's wearing his normal pants, but they're so filthy. That previous scene, he was just wearing a mask.
Well, I liked the scene earlier when he scares the daughter. If you notice, he's taking like very small footsteps, not for dramatic effect, but it's to not break the fake spider webbing on the pant legs.
Yeah.
So he's walking very slowly.
Yeah, and his legs are really close together. I'm not gonna.
Oh no.
Also, they're sleeping in separate beds, so you know it's an old movie. That's what I just want to point out.
And it's funny because if I'd seen this when I was a kid, I would have just thought that was normal because my grandparents did that.
Oh, weird.
That kid looks like I did when I was faking sleeping because I had to be up in the morning. Daniel says the same Raimi should do The Shadow or Elm Street. I'd also love to see his Elm Street.
The dad opens the door. It just cuts to the Corey Feldman scene in Friday the 13th.
No, I'm gonna need you to make that edit.
I'm on it.
And at this point in the movie, Noah still thinks this is totally fine. He was really shocked by the heel turn with this guy being a bad guy. It's like, what? He's just,
He's
what?
just he's just waking the kid up. He's getting ready
He's not
to
waking
give him the
up.
money. No, yeah, he's bringing him
Sam Raimi-
downstairs so they can give him the money.
That is right, Dylan. He says Sam Raimi had 16 years has only directed 2 films. Those two being Oz the Great and Powerful, which I have not seen, and Multiverse of Madness, which is peak.
I remember his Oz film being okay. I'm kind of scared to go back to it because its biggest problem is its two main characters being horribly miscast.
Austin always describes that movie as just a remake of Army of Darkness for kids. I don't
That
know
is
how
true.
accurate that is.
Wait, this guy was evil? Is what Noah said earlier.
No, he's not evil.
I love how it's like, oh, here's some more B-roll of just all the
Yeah.
ghosts hanging out, just doing the same
I
stuff they were doing
feel
earlier.
like that one shot with the couple and the like butcher ghost is the exact same shot from earlier in the movie.
I think a lot of this is
No,
just
I think
reused footage.
yeah. Draven, yeah, I'm sad we never got that Peter Jackson Elm Street movie. So wait, why is he trying to murder the child?
Because he's
Because
the only
he's the
person who knows
only-
about the money.
Yeah. So really, the kid has to go.
Yeah. No, this guy deserves the money.
John's
Come
with
on.
me.
But he murdered this guy, and now he's
Yeah,
gonna
no.
murder him.
The first time I watched this, I had no idea what was happening here.
There's the expo dump at the end that
Oh my
pulls
god,
it in for you.
I murdered him, and now he's gonna murder me. Oh
Oh my
my
God.
god.
What am I? Some kind of 13th ghost? Is what he says later. And this is what I was talking about, though, where it really gave me like a old school EC Comics feel. It's not just like how the ghosts are designed. It also hits a lot of the same beats. Like you got the twist, you got the guy getting killed, like, you know, you got his comeuppance at the
Yeah.
end. It's got a lot of those tropes.
It's also just
And-
funny because he kind of got in the bed to be crushed of his own volition.
Yeah, I think what's supposed to be happening is the ghost is forcing him there, so he's getting crushed to death, and he's holding him down. I think that's what's supposed to be going on.
But he's like, no, I'm gonna sit down.
And this is going to be one of the funniest hard cuts I've ever seen in a movie. Ben, the bed's hurting him. Ah, fuck that. We got all his money now. Holy shit. Yeah, guy
I
was
forgot
murdered.
about that.
Like,
Yeah,
they
Daniel,
don't care.
we have we do have a saying around here. Give it to Flanagan. I want Freddy to have a 20-minute monologue about the meaning of death.
And this is the psycho exposition dump at the end, explaining what was going on. Look, see,
Yeah,
he's
they're
got
like,
the money.
you know, we ran out of money, and
I think that's at least more welcome in a movie like this than something like Psycho. It really hurts Psycho.
It does.
it is the
Although
worst part
it
of
is
Psycho.
funny to think that this is the same year as that. Like we were talking earlier about how some of these types of movies were marketed more towards kids. With Psycho, you can really see that distinction. Like, oh yeah, that's the movie made for adults.
Yeah, just a more risque adult movie. So I don't know why she lies to them, saying that the ghosts are gone, but she'll tell the truth to the kid.
And the mom is like 105 years old. And she'll be gone soon anyway.
Is Margaret Hamilton any much older than her?
You know, about
She's probably
75
younger.
years.
Oh my god.
Just Robert's so ageist.
He's turning into Mike from Red Letter Media. Not the glasses.
This is the part where we count the ghosts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then Ben's the 13th ghost. What a twist. And then spinny fire blade thing.
No, the spinny fire is the 13th ghost.
Oh.
The door shutting is very Elm Street.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, this is the part where we cut to William Castle, and he's like,
Okay.
"Hey guys,"
He's like, sorry if that was too scary for you.
and if you still don't believe in ghosts, bring these home and look through the red lens if you dare.
He's not making that up either. That's actually what he says.
Oh no, I believe you.
It's so good. The end.
That
Only a
was that was one of the movies of all time.
That is
That
correct.
was those 13 Ghosts, everybody. It was too
If you're
spooky for
watching,
me.
if you're watching after the fact, that is our commentary on the 1960 William Castle 13 Ghosts. Thank you so much for watching, and consider hitting the subscribe button if you liked this commentary. If you're watching after the fact, stick with us. We're gonna do the remake in 5 minutes. Is that enough time for everyone?
5.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
See you.
And we are back.
We have returned.
To watch the hopefully still superior remake.
Hopefully. I've got to say, if this movie sucks, John, I'm going to question your tastes in movies.
Oh no.
Forever. Okay, so
Something I don't already do.
John has seen this film before, but he hasn't seen it in a long time. And Noah, I think you've seen this before. Is that?
I think John showed me it one night, and I don't remember anything about it. So
Okay, that's where we're at.
Robert,
where
you
we're
said
at
you
right
just watched it.
Yep.
All right. Is everybody at timestamp 0?
Yes, though unfortunately there's no Illusion O cut to this movie.
Damn it.
It's true.
Yeah, I just rented it on YouTube.
In
but
3,
I'm
So did
there.
I.
2, 1. Forgot to hit record. In 3,
Oh, shit.
2, 1. You good?
Yep, I'm good.
Play. Dylan says the poster is doing the scream face pose. Yep.
It's a Scream, baby. Matthew Lillard was in that. I like the black and white or muted Warner Brothers logo up front. It's fun.
In the Columbia one.
Why isn't this on Max?
I don't know actually.
Dark Castle Entertainment.
Yeah, so Castle, obviously named after William Castle. That really was a production company that existed only to make Castle remakes.
That's
Yeah,
probably
but
how
then
they
they started doing
started.
other stuff. Yeah.
Because their movie before this was also was another Castle remake. It was House on Haunted Hill.
Yep.
It almost implies that they're making his movies darker than they were because it's the Dark Castle movie.
I mean, I'm sure that was part of the mission statement.
Yes. Well, and then the next movie after this is Ghost Ship, which I think is an original film, but they keep this director. Oh my god. So right off the bat, they tell you, oh, the tone of this movie is going to be a little different.
This isn't a Final Destination movie, is it?
Whoa, this was
Just see the
produced
truck and I already
by
worry.
Zemeckis.
Weird.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so Ghost Ship is an original picture.
I think this is the 13 Ghostbusters movie. Look at all this equipment they got.
Yeah,
Dylan,
Dylan says the 13th Ghost was the friend we made along the way. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's F. Murray Abraham.
The guy from that Star Trek movie?
Yeah. Famous Star Trek Insurrection star, F. Murray Abraham.
there's Shaggy.
So this is ostensibly the remake of 13 Ghosts, or as I like to call it, Matthew Lillard's audition tape for the role of Shaggy in Scooby-Doo. Because that's exactly what this performance is.
I love to see it.
Oh, Dylan Smithy says Zemeckis founded Dark Castle with Joel Silver,
Oh, interesting.
and he was a producer on Tales from the Crypt. Interesting. I
I
didn't know
think
that.
I think I knew that. Yeah, that he produced Tales from the Crypts. I think also with Joel Silver.
And you haven't seen that movie yet, have you? Demon Knight?
Nope. So gotta. I know John's favorite Tales from the Crypt movie is the third one for some reason.
Well, you know, Jamaican Crypt Keeper is
It's his favorite character.
Yeah.
So I said earlier in the previous commentary, I think for me, we've landed on now the definitive 13 Ghosts adaptation. It's just Mike Flanagan's The Haunting of Hill House, where you got a family stuck in a haunted house with very distinguishable ghosts running around. But also, this remake has a dead mom in the family and a psychic character who touches stuff to sense ghosts.
No.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, these are the. I really did not think about those connections.
Flanagan's totally
What?
seen this movie, right?
Yeah, I would assume
I'm
so.
sure he's seen the original, but yeah, he's probably also seen this.
So this is one you wouldn't say give it to Flanagan because he already kind of did it. Yeah.
And for me,
Yeah.
he already did it. like John has said before, that Midnight Mass to him is like just the definitive Salem's Law adaptation. That's how I feel about with Haunting of
Right.
Hill House to these, where it's like, oh, that's just the approach I'd have. But Sam Raimi was mentioned earlier, and I would not be opposed to a Sam Raimi 13 Ghosts movie. That does sound like a fun match.
That sounds like a great time.
That sounds like the spooky, campy shit we want from the William Castle movie.
Dylan says, interesting that RZ had a hand in producing horror films, while at the same time he was directing The Polar Express. Well, that is a horror film.
I was gonna say that's not weird at all.
And
movie's
also he
horrifying.
also does a horror movie around this time, What Lies Beneath, I think, or am I thinking of a different
Oh,
one? But there is, I think it's more of a thriller, but like he's done a couple of darker movies.
didn't he direct?
It's one I still need to see.
Well, I actually don't know if this is technically a horror movie, but Death Becomes Her, which I hear is terrible, but I think he directed that.
That's more horror comedy. Honestly, more comedy than horror. I
Then
remember it
horror,
having.
yeah.
I remember liking parts of it. I also haven't seen it in a long time. I remember
I
Bruce
haven't
Willis
seen it.
being
I
very
know
funny.
of it.
Yeah, in 2000, Robert Zemeckis does What Lies Beneath, which is described as a supernatural horror thriller with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. I've heard mixed things about it, but I still need to watch it.
This one seems a lot more sci-fi heavy than the original.
Yes.
Dylan says Back to the Future Part 3 is his darkest film.
Seems like there's more of a focus on tech. Which, I mean, I guess that's
The
kind
original had
of,
the glasses.
yeah, so that's kind of like a spiritual, like, successor to that in that way. I'm seeing the connections here.
So, Robert, I'll just ask you straight up: did you like this remake? That dead look that he's giving says a lot. It's okay to be wrong.
Ah.
He's showing his hand too early.
I'll get to it. That bit's kind of fun. I don't know what's happening, but that's kind of fun. He got
It's the
eaten
ghosts.
by a car.
The original ends with a man being eaten by a bed.
Yeah.
All right, he was eaten by the bed. That's what. That's how we're choosing to interpret that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Well, we know how Robert feels.
The editing in this movie, John.
so
My God.
It's
so
fine.
what year did this come out? 2001.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see it. I can see it.
I hope you like this. This is what you're in
Graven
for
wants
the
to know
next
who's
90
your
minutes.
favorite ghost in the movie. I don't know.
If we gotta spend more time with any of them, I might have stronger opinions.
Daniel says he likes the creepy ghosts in this, but prefers the Hills Have Eyes remake. I mean, they're two different things. I can't really compare them.
The
Robert,
makeup
you've
is good
watched
in this.
5 Saw movies that have the same editing, but this is the one that
No.
breaks you.
No. Okay, that took me a minute to adjust to, but that is a stylistic choice and used in very specific sequences. This is the entire movie.
That's used way less.
And it's always involving either a trap or at least Jigsaw is present.
From
Like, it's
memory,
used...
that editing is only when the ghosts show up, and it's just because they're going in and out.
They're in a lot of this movie, and that's not consistent. Fuck.
Jesus Christ! All right, okay, this is a Salem's
For
Lot
this
situation
remake to
that I'm
make him
actually here for.
angry.
This.
I mean,
Okay, so what I'll say is, when I was doing like a little bit of, I didn't do in-depth research, as you can tell from before we went live tonight. But what I did see, I did see some like out of context screenshots from this, and I was like, oh yeah, some of the ghosts in this actually look really cool, and yeah, and I was kind of like looking forward to watching this again. Now, as I'm seeing how it's edited, I have some memories flooding back of watching this before. Like, oh, that's how it went.
if you're a fan of Event Horizon, I got some flashbacks to that.
I've never seen
Alright.
that, actually. I know that that movie has its fans.
It does. I will say I do like this opening credit sequence. This is actually really good.
Here's our
Long
remake
take.
family.
Yep. I also think that prologue was entirely pointless. The movie could have just started here. I know
No.
there's a twist later.
You need that. You need that. Introducing Rod.
Yeah.
No, you need that opening.
Agree to disagree.
So this is what I'm into tonight. This is what I'm in for.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicotero and Kurtzman were
Nicotero.
this.
Yep. Like I said, there's some good makeup in this movie.
Well, and Kurtzman is the guy that directed Wishmaster.
Yeah, that was a good movie. And like I said, looking at this, like Googling it again before we went live, the ghosts in this movie do look really cool.
The makeup's good.
So I'm looking forward to getting there, but then I'm also not looking forward to how those scenes are going to be edited. We'll see. Hey, it's Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, he's the dad.
And he looks very sad. That's fun casting. You don't see him in a lot of these types of movies. I wish he got more to do.
No, in fact, it was funny when I remember when Monk first aired. I saw a commercial. I was like, "That's the guy from 13 Ghosts." What?
I think of him as the Galaxy Quest guy.
I think of him as Monk, even though I've never watched that show.
That is a show I do want to watch at some point.
That's one of those procedural shows that actually has a pretty good premise.
And here's the girl from American Pie.
Cool.
Oh, this kid's already worse than the original.
I mean, he's still smarter than the original kid.
Is he though?
He doesn't sound smarter. All right. I take that back.
You are bullying a child.
Listen, he's older than me, probably.
Dylan says Event Horizon is good, but you had to be there for those test screenings. Too bad that cut was put into a cave in Transylvania.
I sympathize. I've heard that movie was just butchered in editing. And this is the scene where I go, oh, I am not gonna like these people.
Why? They're just having breakfast.
They're swearing in front of the child and acting like assholes.
Did your parents not swear around you?
Not typically.
Depends on your household, I guess.
My parents swore up a storm around me.
And
Yeah.
like his tone just flips so quickly.
But also, Robert, it's not the Rob Zombie family. Like, it's not that
That's true.
bad so far.
Yeah, he's freaking out because Tony Shalhoub stepped on something and had an outburst.
I still don't like any of these people. I do like Tony Shalhoub. Like I said, he's fantastic.
Draven says it's Buffy from Scary Movie 1.
Oh,
Is
no.
that who that is?
Yeah, I think so. That's the same year, I think.
I also forgot that there was a character in that movie named Buffy.
For a minute, I
nose
did too, and I
reference.
was like, "What?" No, Noah. The on the nose reference is Smallville's vampire episode. The head sorority vampire is named Buffy.
Oh, yeah. That's bad. At least, yeah, there's no vampires in Scary Movie.
Dylan Smithy says Kino Lorber just put Monk on Blu-ray. It wasn't already?
That's right, yeah. No, it wasn't. I think it was only on DVD for a long time.
This is
I'll just watch it on
like
Peacock. What, you have a problem with the video, Will?
I do. Like, am I watching Spy Kids? Like, what are we doing?
It's an eccentric guy that made a video, Will. Why are you nitpicking?
It's just so poorly put together.
Would you like me
I
to
don't
start
know.
going ding after every scene that you have a problem with?
Sure.
I don't know. This is a goofy 2000s movie.
It is
so
a
far.
goofy 2000s movie.
There's nothing quite egregious for me yet.
No, we're not there yet. Is this for you? Like, again, these people are weird. No one's a real human in this movie.
That's not true. Tony Shalhoub is just a dad trying to keep it together after his wife died.
Well, he's not doing a good job at it.
That's kind of the movie.
Oh. Again, something The Haunting of Hill House will tackle a lot better than this movie does.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to compare this to a 9-hour Netflix miniseries
No,
that's written by somebody a lot more talented than anyone in this movie.
I like that the video shuts down and it comes back like, oh wait, forgot something.
By the way,
the end of my will.
Also, this lawyer guy is on Teen Wolf, and he was on Arrow for a couple episodes.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, because it's been a minute, he is. Don't they do like the Royal Flush Gang in like season 1 of Arrow?
Yes.
I believe he is one of the gang members. That is J.R. Bourne. But no, you can kind of see all the stuff they're pulling from the original, right? You got the family, the lawyer, the inherited house.
Yeah, the lawyer subplot we like weirdly speed run through. Like the whole first act of this movie.
I mean, he also gets the best.
I will say this lawyer, I can absolutely suspect to be a bad guy.
Well, spoilers.
Charming at all.
Spoilers. He gets the best death in the movie.
That is correct.
Alright, I gotta look for something real quick.
Oh no.
And again, I haven't seen it, but I've heard that Ghost Ship has a great death sequence that the movie peaks with. So this director has a brand.
All I remember about that movie is the opening scene. Oh, listen to the soundtrack.
Yep.
But also, like, after the last couple of early 2000s remakes that we watched, this is better than those. You are not going to sit there and tell me that this is worse than The Haunting or The Fog.
It
There's
might
no
be
way
better
this
than
is
The
worse.
Fog.
It is
There's no
definitely
way-
better than the fog.
No way that this is worse than the fog.
I'm not. I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm not gonna let my recency hate speak for me. But I think I owe Yondabot an apology. Because wow, does the
Wow.
Haunting remake look a lot better than this?
You are wrong, sir.
Wow.
That might be
movie's-
that might be the worst take you've ever had.
Coming out
It's
with spicy takes tonight.
it's paced like a real movie. It doesn't have horrible editing.
This is at least a horror movie.
Yeah, this isn't a
Trying.
comedy trying to be a horror movie. This is a horror film.
But this isn't scary. Fuck you. This is laughable in different ways.
When you're
I'm
like
not saying-
10,
All right.
it is.
For me, jury's out on whether or not it's a good horror movie, but it at least
Also,
Yeah.
the
resembles
ghosts
a
in this
horror
are
movie
at
more.
least scarier than anything in The Haunting.
There's more gore.
Hey, Matthew Lillard's back.
No, at
And we needed that opening scene as well, Robert, to establish Lillard so that he can show up here. It'd be weird if he just showed up here.
what are you talking about? He's a worker man. It's like you could have introduced him here and then have a twist where he's actually here for other
Yeah.
reasons and doing something.
I'm with
else.
Robert on that. I
But
think
we
that
already
would've
have
played
a
better,
twist. We
actually.
don't need another one.
But so we're immediately suspicious to Lillard right now because we were introduced to him
Yeah,
in a different role.
this movie has a big protagonist problem where it can't
Oh,
decide
I don't agree
like,
with that
whose
at all.
shoes we're supposed to be in. Okay, so what you think the dad's the protagonist?
The dad is clearly the protagonist. The emotional arc at the end is
Okay.
about him.
At the end, sure. I didn't know you loved this movie so much.
I didn't know either until you started nitpicking it.
He, I knew that. Yeah, John's a
John?
big fan of this movie.
Dylan says
Shut
he
up,
just
kid.
looked up Dark Castle on Wikipedia, and man, they did some injustice with that new logo.
Oh. That's true.
I also didn't expect you to try to make the argument that The Haunting is better.
Eh.
Fucking dumpster fire of a movie. I mean, it's also
And this,
had half an hour longer than this. This
That's
wins by default of being shorter.
but it's so oh god. And now there are a lot of parallels with the hot and their approach. They're both getting by on a lot of big elaborate production design. I think the Haunting, at least from a production design standpoint, is more what I want this to be. I'll give this credit for being weird.
Yeah, so
Like,
Noah,
I'll give it
this is
points for
where the 40
creativity.
million went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember the house being pretty elaborate though. Now that I'm watching it again,
It
it looks
I
cool.
I think there's a disconnect with how the characters react to this house and how like a normal person would, because this looks like a fucking nightmare, but like not in a good, creepy way. It's
I wouldn't
so
wanna live here.
claustrophobic. I don't want to live. Yeah, it's so claustrophobic and weird and confusing. Like,
Daniel says you would prefer the Dawn of the Dead remake. Nobody here prefers the Dawn of the Dead remake. I think we all like it. It's not better than the original, if that's what you mean.
correct.
Oh yeah, that's Zack Snyder's best movie too.
I also hate, for the record, I hate the remake of The Haunting. By the end of that movie, it pisses me off. This just annoyed me more watching it. This was a miserable experience for me.
There's no way that this movie has anything as bad as it's about family.
It gets close.
Okay, we'll see.
Mr. Hyperbole over here.
Hyperbole?
Hyperbole.
Oh my god, it's James Rolfe.
I'm not gonna be able to unsee that. He's gonna take you back to the past.
And show you the movies that suck ass. No, how I
Yeah,
felt watching this feels like the Haunting remake, but with like the terrible editing and shit, like Event Horizon, where it's just butchered as shit with a lot of the gore and ghost stuff. Like that frantic editing is just awful. It makes the
that is
Saw ones look so much better.
that's not to my taste either. Because I don't even I got used to it in Saw because it's
Me
only
too.
like in specific scenes.
Yeah,
I
You mean
don't
kind of like in
remember
this
how
movie when
egregious
it's
it
only
is in
specifically
this.
in the scenes with the ghosts?
it'll kick in. But that opening, I think Noah's on the same page. Oh God, what are we
It's
doing?
it's
It's
yeah,
so
it
bad.
didn't get off on the right foot with me. Yeah, I also I think I
Stupid.
would find this really cool as like a theme park attraction. Would I want to sleep in this
Mhm.
house? No.
No.
Daniel's saying good horror film, Sinners. Yes, we
Yeah.
love Sinners.
Sinners is so good. I think he mentioned that movie Popcorn earlier. That's kind of an
Oh
obscure one that
yeah,
we reviewed that. That was good.
I don't even remember much of it now, other than just I liked it, and I was like, I could not have predicted that this was what this movie was.
Yeah,
I
that
don't think
movie's
I've
a
heard of
lot of
that.
fun. It's a cool like low budget horror movie that's set in a theater. And they play a lot with the gimmick of that.
Dylan says if it's past 5:40 p.m., then it isn't James Rolfe.
I understood that reference.
I don't watch enough Angry Video Game Nerd to.
Matthew Lillard's gonna freak out about how he has to get going now.
Yeah, so we keep the subplot of people here just looking for money, but it's such a I don't even know why we bothered keeping it. Oh God.
Yep, it's
The
already
movie
starting.
flashes. Robert's like, oh God.
Yep.
At least give
Also,
us a seizure warning.
right? No, this movie needs that bad. I know that I don't know if you guys knew this. James Gunn actually does some uncredited passes at the script. And I
Oh,
think a lot of the
interesting.
jokes that
Oh,
actually work are probably his.
I did not know
Um,
that. That's
I didn't
interesting.
know that either. Pazuzu.
aren't you scared?
Robert, it's
I,
like The Exorcist when you see Pazuzu for a brief second. This
Well,
movie's like The
this is
Exorcist.
yeah,
no,
this is
this
like
movie
The
has a
Exorcist, but better.
this movie has a try hard attitude about it that I'm really not vibing with. Like it thinks it's really edgy and scary, but it's just kind of embarrassing. At least how it's edited.
I think I get what you're saying, but I think that was just more a product of the era, though, than
Mhm.
trying to be like try hard.
Yeah, but I think
Like,
Saw looks like a masterpiece compared to this, and I have issues with that movie.
but I think it was just
On an
influenced by that
editing level,
aspect of
I'm not
Saw.
seeing like any difference.
What?
It's the same style of editing. It's used the exact same way.
No.
Okay.
So
And Saw took me a minute to adjust to as well. But
I
here
think
it just
part
gets
of
worse and worse.
I think what I'll also say, and part of the reason why I'm more okay with it in Saw is because that's not really a supernatural thing, and I understand what's practically
My
happening
God.
in the scene.
Right.
In this we're dealing with ghosts that
This and okay,
And it's them
appear and
popping in and
disappear.
out like a ghost
but
would.
the idea is he's wearing the goggles, so we the audience are seeing the ghost, and he's seeing ghosts. Why are we doing the jittery jumping in and out editing shit? Like,
I mean,
just
I
let
could.
him see the ghosts.
But to reiterate, we didn't see much of it because it kept cutting.
Right.
But what we did see of the ghosts looked pretty cool.
Yep. And once again, the dad is an idiot.
Why?
So they kept that consistent.
Because
He is
he's
not asking nearly enough questions, and he's way too quick to sign this shit. And I was like, oh, okay. But again, Matthew Lillard, every time he's on screen, he is doing his best. I love watching
It's
him
just
perform.
Stu at the end of Scream, freaking out.
No, this is like that halfway between Stu and Shaggy. Like he's getting there. And now we're learning about information that we already know.
He used to hunt goats.
Hey, remember when the dad told his family to stay put and not fuck around? And here they are fucking around. And I don't like them.
Robert thinks that kids always do what they're told in real life.
Oh, that'll come up later in this movie.
Like,
Again,
I don't know.
the movie is not endearing me to these characters.
I do feel like characters should have the freedom to be stupid, though, if that's the point.
So you're
But
complaining
everyone in
about a
this is an idiot.
5-year-old not obeying his parent.
But
I hate
also
to be
their
the bearer of
but their nanny or whoever is just as bad. That's the problem.
What's she
And
supposed to
she's
do?
awful.
Pin him down to the ground?
She could not be fucking around and going along with it.
So she should just let him go off on his own. Or she
No,
could
she
go
should
with him
watch
and
him
make
and-
sure he's okay.
I mean, ideally, yeah, she should be. I don't know if we're trying to, if there's a point to the characters being stupid other than it's a horror movie.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Well, that's the other
That's
thing.
more what
It's
it
a
is.
horror movie. Like,
This
And I
place is awesome. What? What?
and I understand, like, it's kind of a necessity to the genre.
Yeah.
Characters have to be stupid in horror movies. But I do kind of see what you're saying, where it's gets to a point like, can we have some smart characters in here?
Yeah.
This lawyer
he's
sucks.
freaking out.
He owed me a shitload of money. That sounded like that might have been a gun line.
Probably, yeah.
See, like, she's not just watching him, she's also fucking around.
See, everybody's wasting time with Gunn asking him about Batman and like the future of DC. Ask him about 13 Ghosts.
Draven says, I remember the DVD had a whole mockumentary on every Ghost backstory. They must have been really banking on this becoming a franchise.
Oh, I'm not liking the negative color filter here.
God, stop it. Matthew Lillard's acting his ass off, though.
That's
fine for the psychic visions. Whatever.
The movie needs to pick a lane.
And I think it also comes down to like aesthetic preferences too, and that's just not something I like to look at.
I mean,
Same.
I would rather see something else. I don't see it an issue as in terms of I know why they're doing it, and for what they're doing, it's fine. It could be better.
I don't think it is. If we were just doing the hyperactive editing for the psychic sequences, that would at least be consistent and have a very specific purpose and mood they're communicating. But when people are looking at ghosts with the goggles and it's doing the same fucking jittery editing for no reason, it's just annoying.
It's the same thing. It's when the supernatural comes in and out of the world.
And that's a lot of this fucking movie. Like, just God.
That guy looks cool. I'm just gonna keep saying that every time I see a
Yeah,
ghost.
the makeup's good.
Yeah,
Again, it's
Nicotero does a great job.
I was thinking of and I don't know if that's what happened with this, but I was thinking of Event Horizon watching this. That movie has amazing gore that is then just butchered by the ratings board to get it down to an R, and that's why it has that frantic editing and just those quick snippets of the gory stuff. is just
Okay,
to get
yeah.
it to an R. I don't know if that's what also happened with this movie, but that's the vibe I got. I didn't get aesthetic creative choice. This is just here's a snippet. Yeah, here's a snippet. It's like stop it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And like I said, the production design's very imaginative. Like I can see the money on screen. Like it is creative, even
Absolutely.
if I would absolutely not want to live in this house.
I could see wanting to live here though if you lived in that like cramped apartment that they live in at the beginning.
I mean, it's at least a step up, but I think if I
It
spend
looks so
enough time in here,
claustrophobic.
yeah, I'm gonna get freaked out by this place at a certain point.
Yeah.
Well, but
And
you
like
wouldn't feel that right away if you lived in that like little apartment and then you suddenly got a mansion. Your first
but
thought would be, "Oh, this is an upgrade."
Yeah, but now I got all these doors that are closing on me. Like,
surrounded by windows and
Well, yeah,
glass and
but
shit.
they didn't know that there was going to be all this shit when
Yeah.
they was like, "Oh,
But
this is
but, but
awesome."
they're all acting like, oh, this is amazing. Like this is so cool. Like, really? And okay, it seems like this. I'm like,
why is
why are
she
we doing this?
disappearing?
Why? Thank you.
She's got the glasses
Why?
on.
It's obnoxious. Like this just feels very try hard. But this kill's great. Best part of the movie. Uh
Oh shit.
John is 100% right that this kill is amazing. Even if the editing sucks. The gore here is fantastic.
Oh yeah, this is very reminiscent of the opening of Ghost Ship. I can totally see that.
Fatality. And again, kind of a weird, fun riff on Ben's death in the first movie where he's crushed by a bed. Here he's split in half by a door. I was like, okay,
Dylan
that's a fun
says Event
choice.
Horizon is basically the plotline to Doom. It's even directed by a video game adaptation director. Yep.
That's correct.
Yep. I
And
think that
also,
was one of his first movies too. Or
But,
no,
I think
so
it's his
maybe I
second or
have that
third.
wrong.
to be fair to the family, they're or at least the dad, his love for this house fades within the first 5 minutes. His goal is just to get everyone out.
Well, yeah, now that he's heard the exposition about ghost shit. I think we hit this point too quickly. It's like, I don't know, can't we hang out here longer before? Oh god, like
I forget.
I think
Did Paul W.S. Anderson direct Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
that might be
Okay,
his directorial debut.
that's probably
Tyler
yeah.
says I've never seen Robert be so ruthless to a movie. Well, he just
Oh.
really hates everything that's good.
This
Check out
Yeah, go
the
watch our Salem's Lot commentary.
yeah,
yeah.
do that.
So this on paper is a creepy scene. I like the idea of her ghost and like we the audience are seeing what this room used to look like and the ghost. It's the Shining lady in the bathtub. We're doing that, but we're interrupting it, and there's a lot of annoying jumping back and forth between subplots where we're not just letting a scene breathe. Oh, and there's that CGI.
I will say I am having a hard time keeping track of like who's doing what's where right now.
Like this is on paper a really creepy scene, and why are we interrupting it? And it's also remember The Shining.
Oh, but she doesn't see all of that.
It's also a little bit of Remember It. Although I don't know if the miniseries does the.
Do you remember it?
The miniseries, it has to tone it down, like the Shining miniseries. Like both have to really tone it down.
Yeah, because remember Noah in
That
the
sequence.
2017 movie, there's that scene where the bathroom is like covered in blood, but the dad can't see it.
Yeah. I gotta watch that again.
Oh, I was thinking of when the one guy dies, and he writes like Pennywise is back on the wall or something. That's what I was thinking of.
I was just thinking of the bathroom where
Chapter 2
sink explodes.
Ew. Also, who dips their face in bathwater? Like that's just a weird choice. This bathroom's unbelievable. Why? Like, what is
Because
so
she
interesting about this bathroom?
because she lived in a shitty apartment that probably had a
No,
bathroom
but
a
she
quarter
lived
of the
in a normal
size.
house before that.
I will say though, I don't think the style of editing was as obnoxious in that particular scene because it wasn't rapidly cutting back and forth.
Right. No, it's not the worst thing ever. I just
Okay,
wish we weren't interrupting it.
so Robert, when you
Yep.
upgrade, say you lived in an apartment, you had a bathroom maybe this big, and then you go to a house that has a bathroom twice its size, do you go, "Oh, this is nice, but the house that I lived in 2 houses ago was better"?
But that's her the whole scene. Like, this house is amazing, and I'm like, it's not how I'd react to it. We're just not gonna agree on this. I think this house makes me anxious. And why are we doing the fuck?
It's The Shining.
So again, we brought the ghost viewers back. I appreciate that, but why are the ghosts flickering in and out? Like, why do we need the obnoxious
I
editing?
mean, I
Just
could
No,
ask
let
yeah,
them
me see them.
why do they
if they're
flicker in and out
wearing
in
the
the original?
glasses, you should be able to see them.
That's a weird line from a
The
father.
kid.
I have to find the kid.
As soon as I find that guy, whoever's child that is.
Not all we're stuck.
Oh, come on, Monk.
You can do better, Tony Shalhoub. Also, the movie is weird how it like goes back and forth with Matthew Lillard's character, where sometimes they want you to like him and sometimes they guy, but it's Matthew Lillard. I'm inherently liking him, and it's gonna try to give him his comeuppance later. I'm like, fuck you. He's the most likable character in the movie.
I forgot where it goes with him, and I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't kill him off early in this movie.
It doesn't happen early.
It doesn't happen early, but he gets the big self-sacrifice.
Okay, so that's interesting because Robert just
Well, okay, it is
described
a
it as
self-sacrifice,
getting comeuppance. Yeah.
but they also play it like he had it coming because he worked with the guy is responsible.
Okay.
Oh, that's
They
not how I
play it
read that
both
at
ways.
all. The
I guess we can
ghost,
talk. We can talk
he
about it when we
feels
get
that
there.
way because he's talking to the ghost. I never got the sense that the movie was saying coming down on either way.
We'll get there when we get there.
By the way, Dylan says that next year's the 25th anniversary of this film.
Oh God.
Maybe we
Yes, I
should have
do feel
waited a
old.
year.
Javen, didn't the Hellraiser remake pretty much have the same plot as this movie? No.
I haven't seen it. And like I said, I am surprised that this carries over as many like characters and plot points from the original as it does.
Yeah.
Spooky hallway scare me. Yeah, you see that? Like, this is just The Shining, except he's got a scooter instead of a big wheel.
Yep.
You know what this movie needs, along with
More,
Matthew Lillard,
more
is,
exposition.
well, someone else to come in and expo dump, and I think Dan Aykroyd would be the perfect person for that.
I'd watch
I can
that.
believe whoever wrote this movie drank a lot of Crystal Head vodka.
Hell yeah.
Dylan says, I
That
can't believe
tracks.
Matthew Lillard dies and is revived by a kiss from Monk.
Oh, stop it.
Oh my god, it's the bent neck lady.
It is the bent neck lady.
All right, I'm calling it.
Yeah.
This is where Flanagan got his inspiration for the bent neck lady.
But Noah, wouldn't those ghost scenes be so much scarier if they were hyperactive and jumbled and
Oh yeah.
had lots of quick like this shit? Wouldn't that be so much scarier?
Imagine the end of the bent neck lady episode where you just see her like going through time, but it's edited like this.
That would
Except
improve
the
that show, honestly. Yeah. But earlier, John was like, "Oh, well, this is trying to be scary, therefore it's better." I'm like, but it's failing so spectacularly. It's so stupid. I don't think it's succeeding at what it's going for. Like, I don't know what's worse. Like, the haunting trades in tragedy and pathos for sentimental bullshit, and this is. I don't know what this is going for, but there's a
See,
try hard attitude about it that I find
I
annoying.
don't think it's failing at every aspect though. I think the thing that is really hurting it is the editing.
Well,
Um,
1000%. Like, that is the worst thing about this movie.
on a horror level, like the makeup effects, I think are more horror-y than anything in the Haunting remake.
Well,
I
Robert
think
just really thinks those like crappy projections on the screen are the scariest thing ever.
I prefer them over this movie. But like the set design, like that's like this movie's also so goofy, which isn't inherently a problem, but
no.
it, I think there's a
I
tone
think you
issue.
were misreading. I think you were misreading early 2000s filmmaking for trying too hard. This isn't any different than
Yeah.
other horror movies coming out at the time.
I disagree. I think the Texas Chainsaw remake is way more active than it also has like those goofy elements, but
But
not to
Texas
this
Chainsaw
degree.
also arguably broke the mold and brought back
Sure.
the traditional
But
structure to horror films.
but I think you're just making excuses for this because well, that's what we were doing, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but that's how you can explain away a lot of bad trends in Hollywood, I feel.
So are we just supposed to say every movie that came out from this year to this year is bad because it does a thing you don't like?
No,
No.
So then why is it a problem here when it's not a problem elsewhere?
I've whenever we watch a movie that has like that slow motion, we call it out and complain about it.
Sorry, you went has
You cut
that
out.
motion.
Like no, and this movie does it too. But when you have like the low frame rate slow motion bullshit we were doing in the 2000s, whenever we see that, we call it out and say we don't like it. I'm not picking and choosing. There are lots of movies I like that have elements I don't, whether it was trendy at the time or not.
Are you
And part
talking
of
about like are you talking about speed ramping like in Zack Snyder movies?
no, it's the I don't know. Peter Jackson's King Kong does it a lot, and I like that movie. But like that weird looking slow motion, there's some bits of that in this movie.
Oh, just like low
That's just an
frame rate.
example. That's what I said. Low frame rate,
Oh,
slow
okay,
motion.
yeah.
Might
No, yeah. So
I
I
think I kind of.
trying to figure out what you're talking about. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. No,
And
I
that's just
see
one
what you're saying.
example. That's just one example. But just because the thing's trendy or do it like doesn't mean I like it in movies I do like.
I see, and I think that that specific effect can be used effectively.
Mhm.
But
Letting
I
another
see what you're
ghost
saying.
out.
And I do want to appreciate like the original 13 Ghosts being something very kitschy and cheesy for its time, and this being the 2000s version of that, of being something over the top and silly. Like, I'm cool with that, but I could do without the obnoxious editing.
So somebody asked earlier what our favorite ghosts are. That one that was just on screen is probably my favorite.
When you could see him.
It's not enough.
Oh, there he is.
You mean discount Pinhead guy?
Yeah.
Again, the makeup's good.
Yeah, he looks cool.
And like I said, I enjoy Matthew Lillard hamming it up. But why is this edited like this?
Look behind you.
But I also wonder how much this is the original intention, or if this is shot more normally and then frantically edited like this in post. Like I can't tell. And now he's getting visions of his death. Spoiler alert.
I've noticed
I'm
that
gonna be
before. That's interesting.
I'm gonna be really surprised later when Matthew Lillard dies.
Like, we were surprised that he turns out to
Yes,
be someone
because
else.
seeing that guarantees it's going to happen later in the movie.
Okay. I just saw it, and it's gonna happen later.
But you're only saying that because you know you've already seen it, so you know it's happening.
I had that first viewing. I was like, oh, he just saw his own death. Okay. And then, oh, okay, that happened. Like, I don't know why they showed me that. So I'm guessing Noah had a better first viewing of this movie just because he was only watching it with John. Is the vibe I'm getting.
I mean, I didn't remember anything about that viewing. I might have fallen asleep during that, to be honest. That might have been one of the sleepy Noah ones.
Okay, but look at this is the stuff I'm talking about where Matthew Lillard's like, oh, if the ghosts are out, screw the kid. We got to get high to. I think the movie's framing it like, oh, see, he's morally gray, and I'm like, no, he's right. I still like him more than this family. Oh, here's the big scene. I think this is. For the record, I'm not like this pissed off for the first 40 minutes or so watching this movie. This is when I start to check out. This is where I'm like, I'm done with this movie. God, I'm getting sick of it by this point.
This sucks.
On paper, this could be creepy.
No, it's loud noises. It's scary.
This movie is so loud. It's like every loud jump scare that's annoyed you in a movie. It's just what half of this movie is. It's just loud jumps. That's it.
Oh, there's
some
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. So I've actually seen that effect done well in things.
Okay.
And be effective. So it's not like that's a bad tool. That's just bad
Yeah.
in everything that you see it in.
And like the kid's upside down for a second because that's creative. They flip the.
This is, I will say, this is kind of like the horror equivalent of shaky cam in an action movie.
Yes.
I would like to be able to see what's happening.
Also, do you like how we're cutting back and forth between these two unrelated scenes?
Yeah, it's showing the characters in being in danger. They're going through a similar thing.
But each scene is paced so differently that they don't work together. And I can't connect with or follow either one.
We're juxtaposing the scenes because they're thematically similar.
What do you mean you can't follow them? Though they're stuck in the hallway with the ghosts, and the ghost hunter got the rest of them out.
God, the scene. It's so bad. Noah, do you see what I'm saying? Why are we jumping back and forth?
Would you rather be watching Salem's Lot right now?
Possibly.
Are you serious?
Okay.
I don't know if I'm with you on that. Well, and I haven't seen that Salem's Lot, so I can't say. But
like I said, I won't say this is worse than the Fog remake. This is at least more interesting. That bumps it up.
Yeah, this isn't bland. This movie has character to it.
Boring as that. But we've also discussed before, sometimes, depending on the movie, I'll take a boring movie over something that's annoying.
It's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
I think more often than not, I will remember something like this more.
Even though you didn't first viewing.
Yeah, but I was sleepy.
More exposition.
I'll even remember something like, Jan de Bont's The Haunting more than the Fog remake, because, that
Yeah.
was at least his vision. It sucked, but it
Yep.
It
was his
also has
vision.
like moments that are memorable, whereas the fog is the only thing I remember about that is the ending because I'm going,
Yeah.
really? That's what we did?
The ending of The Fog is like the only batshit crazy moment of that movie, and that way more of that.
Yeah.
That commentary was worth it just for Noah's reaction to that moment.
Yeah.
First 90
That
minutes
was,
were pointless.
that was unbelievable.
I sorry, Dylan, I missed this. It says fun fact: this film opened second in the box office behind the Kevin Spacey classic X-Pax, which I have not seen,
K-Pax.
or K-Pax.
K-Pax. At
Learn how
least
to
Kevin
read, John.
Spacey isn't involved
Tony
in this movie.
Tony Shalhoub is so good in this movie.
I like Tony Shalhoub. He's trying. Oh look,
Not
we
to
lost a person again. So much of this movie is also just screaming and running around looking. And I'm like, stop! I don't care about any of you.
Sarah.
Sarah Harding.
I want to know this Arrow Kid story.
Right?
you got to buy the Blu-ray and watch the mockumentary.
Yeah.
It's probably
No, because
better
they
than
put
this
a
movie.
lot of back thought and backstory in all these ghosts. I don't think we've even met all of them yet.
Well, I can't tell because somehow it's edited.
Yep.
I didn't realize that the editing meant you couldn't see what was happening at all.
I just
I
get lost
don't know
in
where
it.
anyone is.
Yeah.
Everything looks the
Well, that's the
same.
point. They don't know where they're at either.
It's not.
All right,
I
but
th-
it's not easy to watch as a viewer. And like I said before, a lot of this also might be like personal preference. Like I can understand why this would be effective for someone, but it's not
Also,
effective for me.
also the way it's shot, it's a lot of tight close-ups on people's faces, where you don't really get a good enough sense of the background
This movie's very
and the environment.
claustrophobic.
Yeah, and in my
Not
opinion, not in an effective way.
not yeah, not in like a creepy way,
Like,
in kind of a
and
disorienting,
then
hard to follow way.
and then in sequences like this, I'm kind of losing sight of the money on screen because for this last stretch of the movie, it feels like everyone's just running around the same hallway over and over again. Like, are they in different sets? I can't tell. Everything looks the same. That's part of the problem. It's losing the sense of geography of just understanding where people are. There should be a more distinct feel with like what the basement ghost containment units look like than like the upstairs. Like instead, everything just kind of looks the same, and that's part of my issue with it.
For sure. I think it was also like because it was cutting back and forth between like people in two like separate areas of the house. Um, I couldn't even really pick up on that earlier just because yeah,
Yep.
everything kind of looks the same. What I will say though, actually, also to bring the haunting up again, I'd say as cool as the production design in this movie is, I think I do prefer the haunted house and the haunting,
Me too.
just like as a spooky haunted house. But like, I kind of like what they're going for in theory with this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Again, on paper, I like the idea of a sequence like this where like one character has the viewers and the other doesn't, and they have to guide him through.
was it movie I watched recently? Oh yeah, 20
20
weeks
weeks
later
later, I was just
has a
thinking that.
scene kind of like this. That's one of the cool scenes in that movie.
God. And like I said, I feel like when we are jumping back and forth
There's a new ghost we haven't
with
seen before.
I think that's my favorite ghost.
That's probably the most disgusting one.
And then we just got Pinhead guy's face for reasons.
Just to remind you that he's still here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a jump scare. I assumed we were just jumping back and forth between different locations.
Robert's very salty tonight, John.
I'm very salty.
I
Like
can
I
tell.
had a miserable experience watching this.
Yes,
And he's
Robert, this is
taking
the
it out
worst
on
movie ever
us.
made.
Like by this point in the movie, I'm pretty checked out, where I just don't care what's happening. But I love Matthew Lillard though. He's trying.
I will concede that the dad does turn out to be an idiot. I forgot about this other woman. That's why I don't care that the Matthew Lillard thing isn't a twist, because when we get to the end of this movie, we're gonna have like 3 different twists all in the same time. We didn't need any more. Dylan, is Trick or Treat sequel one of those things we'll never see? I have no idea. I've only seen that movie once.
I like that movie.
Just
I guess it just
Excellent.
depends on how much he wants to make it. I think he's just been busy. I know back in the day he had trouble getting funding for it, but I don't know. Once you make one of those Godzilla movies, just use $2 million you made off of that to make your Trick or Treat sequel.
Draven says, "Not gonna lie, this movie's making me want to watch Cabin in the Woods." That's a great movie.
I know I
love
can kind of see it. It has similar vibes,
especially with like the glass containers
mhm.
with the different monsters.
I've always wondered if they were looking at this a little bit with that.
That's a good point. Oh look! Oh yeah, we're still missing a family member.
He got electrocuted by the cut.
Oh no, she's attacking Tony Shalhoub.
Does she have sharp fingers?
I guess.
She's clawing at people.
I mean, we established that when she attacked the daughter and like the claw marks.
God, fucking shut up, movie. Jesus.
Characters are reacting to something in a suitable way, and Robert's like, "How dare you?"
No, it's like just jumping. God, it's such a mess. Ugh. It's just so jumbled and unfocused. I get it. This movie has a cult following. I know people like this.
Draven says, "I think Krampus not doing well killed Trick or Treat 2's chances of happening."
That's possible, but I don't know. Trick or Treat, like, it's enough of a cult thing, and like, I think they sell enough merchandise off of it that somebody.
Everybody
also
knows that little thing.
You know what holiday themed horror movies did really well recently? Terrifier 2 and 3.
Yep.
So could happen now.
Okay, so this is the scene where characters are yelling at Matthew Lillard for the stuff he's done, and I can't tell like whose side I'm supposed to be on. I feel
I'm
like
just
on
on
paper,
Matthew Lillard's side because Matthew Lillard.
But I feel like on paper he's meant to be more.
I mean,
like,
he's pretty consistently just out for himself. However you feel about that. Well, but that's you bringing your own baggage to the movie, not the piece itself.
But it's also his charisma, the way he's playing it.
Yes, because nobody that's ever been out for themselves is charismatic or charming.
It's like but it's also the way he's framed and directed, where I'm like, can't. I feel like on paper this is meant to look.
It's like how the lawyer. It's like how the lawyer in the original was framed and directed. You know, he's the good guy.
Okay, but the difference here is he's going to reveal at the end of it all, he is a good person.
Mm-hmm.
He's just misguided because he's been out on looking out for himself for so long. The movie is very consistent with his characterization and letting you
Yeah, but
decide how you feel
here,
about it.
I didn't know her. I didn't know she had. I think I'm supposed to be on Tony Shalhoub's side, and this is weirdly choreographed. Why are they laying down during this? Um,
He fell when he hit him.
yeah, but it looks goofy.
But also, Robert, like, I'm fine with. And usually this is for.
Also, why wouldn't you
You
be
don't
on
really
Tony
see.
Shalhoub's side? If I remember right, they reveal it's his wife.
Yeah, I think they just said that.
Yeah.
But like, I like it when characters are complex and you can see
Oh
both
yeah,
sides.
yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't really know how well it's done here, but that's also weird to see in a movie like this. I will say.
Yeah. My issues are just how it's executed.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, like I also like him because he's Matthew Lillard, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
side with the guy that's upset that his wife has been used like this.
Yeah, and in my opinion, the movie has failed to get me on Tony Shalhoub's side or make him likable or interesting or rootable as a protagonist. Like, I just don't care about him. In my
So,
opinion, that's my experience with it.
did we just see the headless ghost a second ago?
Yeah, but it's not from a lion, I think, because the lion never shows up. But we do see the headless guy for a second.
But I don't. I think we just saw him as they were flipping through the book. I don't think we've actually seen him in the movie.
We did for a second when we were montage
Okay.
editing.
Yeah. See, there you
There's not
go.
yeah.
It's a shame though, because these are all. I mean, I'm a broken record, but these are all really cool ghosts.
Yep,
we
makeup's
don't
great.
see them for very long.
Dylan says this film was made for the Mountain Dew Code Red generation. You're right. Tyler, the lady that plays Kalina plays Miss Honey in Matilda. I've never seen that.
And I'm with you, John, that having the mom be dead and integrating that into the plot like is a good addition. It's just some of this family drama stuff is just done a lot better in Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah, but again, I'm not comparing it to that because they're two different things.
And I'm
Whether
just
you,
judging it
whether you
what it's
say Hill
going for.
House,
Yeah,
but I'm glad you brought that up because what I was gonna say, regardless of what you feel about Tony Shalhoub, like his character, I'm indifferent. At the end of the day, he's not my favorite character. I can still side with him, and that I would also be upset if I found out that my wife's ghost or whatever was used for this freak show experiment. You don't have to like
absolutely.
him to sympathize with him in that moment.
I agree. There's a lot of exposition in this movie. No, pop quiz. What's the goal? What is this building to?
It's they gotta get the money, right? The treasure,
Yeah, we already
but
dealt
not
with
this
that.
movie.
No, that guy already died. He was here for the money, and then he got split in
Noah
half.
probably doesn't remember the twist.
I don't.
I just feel like I'd be more invested if we spent more time just hanging out in this house with this family before we started throwing scary shit at them. That's just my opinion. Like I said, we
Yeah.
speed run through the first act just to get to the crazy stuff.
If only this were a 9-hour miniseries.
And like I said, with the way it's edited, I would not be surprised if there's originally like a 2-hour cut of this movie that the studio makes them shave down to 90 minutes. Like that would explain a lot of the editing issues I have with this, to be fair. which again is what happened with Event Horizon.
What's funny though is the original movie has the problem of that house is very clearly haunted. They have so many opportunities to leave, and then in this one, it's like we don't spend enough time in the house or with the characters in downtime or anything.
We're here for 5 minutes and then they're locked in and can't leave. Shit's trying to kill them.
So basically, what I'm saying, Robert, is you don't know what you want.
Yep. What I'm
Damned
saying
if you
is
do,
I
damned if
don't
you don't.
love either version of 13 Ghosts is my takeaway from this experiment.
No, and I think I'm inclined to agree with you. I like this. I absolutely like this movie more than you do. But
You mean
it's
you
not
don't think it's the
perfect.
worst thing ever?
I don't
I
think
don't
it's the
think
worst thing ever. I said it's better than the Fog remake. I'll give it that. That's my high praise.
it's slightly better than shit, according to Robert.
I might say the Nightmare on Elm Street remake's better than this.
Oh, don't you
No,
even dare!
get
Don't you
out of
dare!
here with that.
It's a better edited movie than this. It's more tonally consistent.
Just
Again,
thinking of that
terrible
scene
movie.
where that scene Nancy's in the convenience store and it's like cutting back and forth
That was
between
pretty good.
dream.
That,
Yeah.
that's an
It's
effective
more
moment.
tonally consistent. This isn't that tone. This isn't even tonally inconsistent.
I think this is a really goofy movie, but it's also real try hard to be edgy and gory.
Yeah, but you
and
can
cool.
be
That's
edgy.
mine.
But you can be edgy and goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those aren't mutually exclusive, I think.
But I feel like Matthew Lillard's in a different movie than everyone else is in,
But
which
that's
I'm
not
fine
tone.
with. Like he's hamming it up.
That's a character.
But I think he's. I don't think he fits. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this movie. I think it's a mess.
I'm just not seeing those problems that you're saying.
And a lot of them are nitpicks. To
With
be
the-
clear,
with-
it's
Specifically with the tone.
Dylan
Like,
says,
I'm
if
with
only
you on
this
how
was
the
a
movie's
12
edited.
episode Scooby Doo show from the mid 80s. We can't get
Yeah,
away from it.
It's really funny too that show gets cut short at 12 episodes. You couldn't even get 8 episodes of Scooby Doo.
That's because The Last Ghost was a big question mark.
Yeah. And last thing I'll say on that comparison is John was defending this earlier. Like, what? It's trying to be a scary movie. In my opinion, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake is a creepier movie. If that's how we're judging these.
And you say I'm the biggest Nightmare 2010 fan.
Again, terrible movie.
Dylan says this is a really goofy movie. Sir, Goofy is not in this film. Yeah, Robert, get the
I wish
fuck
he
out of
was.
here.
No, and I'll still probably put it. I'll probably begrudgingly put this over the Nightmare remake. This
This is
annoys
better
me
than
more.
The Haunting, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010, and The Fog all together.
I mean, you can put
Not
Nightmare
even
2010.
debatably. The Haunting is more tonally confused than this movie.
That's probably true.
Robert, you can put Nightmare 2010 wherever you want on your list. We'll make fun of you for it, but you can do whatever you want.
Says the man that
No,
has
no,
it at number one.
Yeah, it's your favorite movie.
Now,
See, after
I
this
will-
conversation,
Noah, tell me what's happening.
they're running with a glass.
He's trapping the
sheet.
ghost. Did you watch the movie?
I tried to. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Star Trek Insurrection.
Now, I do want to make it clear, because it does sound like I think this is the best movie ever. I do not. I just don't think it's the worst movie ever based on a bunch of nitpicks.
And I never said I think it's the worst movie ever. You were putting words in my mouth.
You're talking like it is.
I said I hated it and it was a miserable experience watching it. I never said it was the worst thing ever.
Jay, this isn't quite an extremely goofy movie. Very poor choice of words, Robert.
If what I think is happening is happening. This twist is a little reminiscent of the Fog remake, but it's not exactly the same thing.
Okay, what do you think is happening? Because I'm not putting the pieces
What do you think
together.
the twist is?
So, well, first of all, he's alive, but he's like working with. It's not, yeah, it's not the same thing because she's not like related to the villain. Or
In the
reincarnate.
fog, it's the reincarnation. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's not actually dead, and the lady that was like a ghost hunter or whatever is actually his like lover that's been working with him the whole time. And this has all been a plot from him by him to get Tony Shalhoub here because he is the 13th ghost.
Not yet,
Oh,
because Tony Shalhoub is still alive.
well, he will be the 13th ghost.
I wonder how well telegraphed this twist is. Rewatching it,
Do you think this movie's convoluted?
maybe a little bit.
So you did see that they do show the uncle earlier to show he's still around. It's just ambiguous if he's a ghost or not.
Right.
Okay.
The
Oh,
first
no.
time I watched this made me extremely sad.
It made me extremely sad because he's my favorite character in the movie.
Oof.
Fatality. Again, I hate the editing in this movie so much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you,
That was
but there's
like no
only.
notes.
I'm with you, but there's only so many ways we can say that over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, to no, I guess Noah's credit because he's a little confused. It is a little weird that he's wearing the same clothes from that night.
And the
Yes.
makeup.
I think he just sleeps in that. That's what he was wearing in the Will video as well. I think.
Well, it's not weird that he's wearing like the same outfit. It's weird that it's specifically the same bloody clothes
Yeah, no,
from
he
the
has the
night at
same
the.
makeup on his neck to trick
Yeah.
the audience to think he's a ghost.
Yeah. Don't read from the book.
Dylan says, "I am standing up in salute to Matthew Lillard's passing. We appreciate it."
Rest in peace.
I do kind of wish we lived in a world where this could have been maybe a 2-hour movie and we got a little bit more with him and his wife, since that's the emotional
Yeah, and
crux of the film.
this is where I was getting the haunting flashbacks where we go for a really cheesy sentimental ending.
To be fair, though, this works better because he actually knew her from memory in The Haunting.
That's true.
It's
No, and
Yeah.
what's her
Tony
name talking to a bunch of ghosts that she's never met.
Yeah. And she's gonna kill the bad ghost with the good ghost.
It's like
Yeah,
I think we can all
that's
put ourselves
absolutely
in.
worse than this.
I think we can all put ourselves in Tony Shalhoub's shoes in that scene. If you got
Yeah.
a chance to see somebody that you lost, you would instantly become a sap and like start just falling apart. Like,
I'm just saying, like, based on my previous viewing and just this watch party, I had more fun making fun of the haunting than this. That's just my experience. This annoyed me than the haunting did. They're both. But
oh,
Haunting's
I
terrible.
forgot about
Oh,
that.
my God.
Oh God.
Okay,
Oh.
no, that's like the bad thing from the first one.
Yeah. She got squished to death.
Also, that's a Saw kill. We watched it in the last one.
Yep.
Now this is where the movie loses me a little bit with the set piece that we're about to do.
Oh my god.
I think we should just watch this again so Robert can sigh every time something happens.
Well, my sighs indicate when a stupid edit happens. Just for the audience's benefit.
Tyler, is there any double features left you don't want to watch? Oh, I'm sure there are.
Oh, I think we haven't hit many of those.
See, and I wasn't even expecting this to be one of the painful ones. I mean, it's not that
I'm
painful
having
for
a
me.
good time.
Yeah.
Robert's the one suffering.
I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I'm having more fun talking about it with you guys, but yeah, I had a miserable viewing of this. Especially by this point. By the back half of the movie, I'm completely checked out. I don't know what's happening. I don't care what's happening. It's obnoxious to look at.
What do you mean you don't know what's happening?
What is happening? Noah, what's happening?
Are these guys getting sacrificed to...
The kids are being put in danger so that he will sacrifice himself, become the 13th ghost, to power this machine so that the uncle can live forever.
As you do. It's very simple.
That is pretty convoluted. I'm not gonna lie.
And remember, first the uncle had to kill the guy's wife to be one of the ghosts. Yeah, remember that's an important step in this master plan.
I don't think he killed him. Killed her. It's just they took her
thought he
ghost.
did.
That's what he was mad.
I don't remember.
Maybe
But we
it's
already
hard.
knew that he was still
They
alive.
talked over it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Was that supposed to be a reveal when he takes the glasses off and still sees him?
Yes.
It's a reveal to Tony Shalhoub.
But why does that play like a reveal to us when we already
Because
know?
this whole movie is the audience, knowing information that the characters don't know yet, that they will then play as a reveal.
To be fair, it could have gone either way, because there's nothing specifically saying that he's alive up until that point.
And that's why he has the makeup still.
Yeah. So like we know he's alive because we've seen the movie, and I think Robert and I were just automatically talking about it like we were. But there's nothing proving that until that moment, so it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't really seen this guy much, but
Said it.
I think he's so good in this movie.
It's great.
He's so over the top.
Oh god, this scene. Fuck this movie. They did the record scratch. You assholes are telling me there's no tonal inconsistencies in this movie.
I don't think there is.
No, that's not a tonal inconsistency. Do you need to read the dictionary definition of what a tonal inconsistency is?
But I think this movie has been really try hard, cool and scary.
But again, I think you're reading too much into the try hard stuff. They just made a movie in the early 2000s.
That doesn't make me automatically like it. I also like the stuff with the nanny character is that early borderline racist shit where she's such a stereotype. It's real bad.
I mean, she is the weakest character.
I don't know.
But also, that's what I would do if there's a giant machine that I don't know how to stop, but I need to stop it. I'm just gonna push buttons.
The record scratch sound
that
effect.
looks so bad.
Like, that
but I don't think that's out of place, Robert, because I think this is a goofy movie. This is a silly movie.
Yay, Matthew Lillard's back. This is
This is the level of the video game where you fuck it up and you watch your character get sliced to pieces.
Oh god. I'm just not giving the movie a pass because, well, it's early 2000s. It's like that doesn't automatically make me like those tropes or dislike movies that have some of them. It's just a lot of the
No, but
stuff
I
in this
mean,
movie I'm
I
not
think you're being
enjoying.
exceptionally hard on the movie for just being a movie from the 2000s.
No, so I'm just saying that like
I don't agree.
I don't think it's being try hard just because it's doing those tropes. Just because
That's fair.
everything was doing those tropes.
But it's the hyperactive editing and the makeup and the gore and stuff where I think they think they're making a more intense movie than it actually is. But that's just my experience with it. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, for sure.
The house done exploded.
I've never heard the director talk about this movie, so I never
Yeah,
really.
I have no idea
I
what they
don't.
were going
I
for.
I don't know their intentions with this.
I do kind of wish I had my DVD. I'd love to watch the commentary on this, if there is one.
Well, you know, this director made a total of one other movie.
And this is his, believe me, this is the better of the two.
And again, this shit's just not earned for me at all. This family stuff, like, I need to spend way more time with them at the start
It's like,
to get to care
that
with them.
dad
For
hasn't
sure.
earned the right to care about his children.
That's right.
No. I see. We didn't spend enough time with them as a family, though.
This whole movie,
the
they've been
fact.
split up running around this house.
Yeah,
We haven't
like
developed any of this joint
we
shit.
as an audience should be able to care more.
No, I mean, that is a shortcoming. That's not what I come to this movie for. So I don't care. This is also like a 3 out of 5 at best.
And this is the scene we leave this movie on. God.
But she's the comic relief. She's so funny.
Oh. I thought Matthew Lillard
funny.
was the comic relief.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Vital.
Goodbye, everyone. Go.
Okay,
Bye.
I am going to complain about this. So, Robert, this is where I will give you a tonal inconsistency. This is
That's the
not
note
the
we leave at
song. This is not the song that should be playing during the credits of this movie. That is try hard.
I don't know. I like it.
Shut up, Noah.
None of us can agree on anything.
All
This
right.
whole thing.
So I'm almost scared to ask, Robert, where are you putting this on your list?
It's really tough just because speaking for myself, I enjoyed making fun of The Haunting, and I enjoyed watching that more with you guys. And both films, might add, I didn't think the cast was the problem. You know, that one you had Liam Neeson, Catherine Jones. That movie also had actors I like. So, really, I think. Fuck, this is hard. But this is also more interesting. And that movie also pisses me off by the end. Like they have different problems for me. I think right now, and this could change. I think right now I'll put this below The Haunting and above Nightmare on Elm Street and The Fog. That's where I have that. This just annoyed me.
Noah, you have a smaller list than us because you were only here for like 2 of these. But
Yeah.
where is this on your list?
So I keep forgetting because I never use Letterboxd anymore, but I keep intending to make a list, an official list, but from memory. I will put this over. I think I'm going to put this over. I want to say that I had Nightmare 2010 over The
We know
Haunting.
that's number 1.
No. See, after tonight, I feel like Robert's the new biggest Nightmare 2010 fan.
No, Robert. Yeah,
Uh,
Robert is the number 1 Nightmare 2010 defender.
I put this
Uh,
above that.
I think all right. So I think I will put this above that as well. So I think my bottom few are this, Nightmare 2010, The Haunting, and then at the very bottom, The Fog.
So we're at 14 of these now. It's crazy. This comes in firmly at number 11. I like this movie. I'm nostalgic for this movie. I put it over The Haunting, Nightmare, and The Fog, but I can't in good conscience put it over, like the Night of the Living Dead remake or the Crazies.
And that's where there's like a big jump. It's funny for me having Night of the Living Dead Haunting. That's not me saying I think it's Mars better than The Haunting. That's like a big gap in quality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, for the record, I think of both, kind of to echo what Robert was saying earlier. I don't really like either version of this movie.
I think this is far
So
better than the original.
I prefer the original. It's just more my vibe.
Yeah, the original's more my vibe. I just don't vibe with this type of horror movie. But I didn't hate it.
All right, it's time for Robert's favorite part of the night. We're going home. No, we're spinning the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Let's do it. Let's wait for the YouTube stream to catch up.
What could it possibly be?
Oh, so close.
Oh no.
All right, I will wait for that to catch up on the stream.
Well, I know it's not going to be Hellraiser.
No, because
we have a lot.
Yeah, we do. Robert keeps adding to it.
Yep. Oh my god, we almost hit it.
We almost hit
it.
Dead.
I'm happy though. I'm very happy with though. I'm excited for this one.
House of Wax.
All right. So Robert is holding a gun to our head to do Day of the Dead if we didn't land on it. So next week will be a review of Donnie Darko. I almost said Donna. Wait. No.
Hold on. Yeah, Donnie Darko.
Yeah. Okay.
But hold on.
I thought we were doing Day of the Dead next week.
Yeah, because the next Friday is going to be the last. That's going to be the last Friday of the month. So
we can do both. If it's a Donnie Darko review, we could do that in a commentary. Next Friday.
We could, but I feel like there's going to be a lot to talk about Donnie Darko.
Well, Day of the Dead's a short movie. That's under 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm fine with it if you guys are.
I mean, Noah, you're the one that gets sleepy real easily. So I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a lot to prepare for because I'm going to watch both cuts of Donnie Darko and
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick, if you're watching after the fact, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Check out the Patreon, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys on the next one. If you're watching live, thanks for hanging out. So next week we are going to attempt to fit in a review of Donnie Darko, and a Day of the Dead commentary. Dylan wants to know which films are you watching: the 33, 53, and 2005 or 2005. I forgot that there's 3.
Oh, House of Wax. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure that out.
We've entertained the idea of doing a triple feature, but we haven't settled.
Yeah, Noah won't survive.
I might only be there for the first 2 if that's what we decide on.
That's what I said. You won't survive.
I've got places to be.
No. So we will figure that out, and I will make a community post. So next week, at the very least. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's just say we'll do both of them. Because even if the review goes a little bit longer, it should be fine. Or do you guys want to say we'll for sure do the Dawn of the Dead? God damn it! I apparently just really want to watch Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Or do you guys want to say for sure we'll do the Day of the Dead and then try to do the Donnie Darko review?
If I have to pick one, I'm more anxious to do Day of the Dead and pushing off Donnie Darko.
I think I would agree with that. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay, so next week we will be doing a Day.
Donnie of the Darko.
Yeah. A Dawn Day Dead duology. Next week we'll be doing Day of the Dead as a commentary. And we might try to fit something else in, because like Robert said, that's only 90 minutes. Then the week after that, we will do Donnie Darko, also known as Dawn of the Darko.
Also known as a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then this Sunday, because we kind of blown past 500. I think we're at 510 now. Robert is going to hold a gun to our heads again and make us do trivia. Robert, you hold a gun to our head a lot. I'm a little concerned.
That's true.
We got to be ready for that, John, because the big question worth the most points is the 13th Ghost remake a good movie?
Oh no. How do I answer that?
My questions will be way harder than that. And so you asked me earlier, like, oh, Rob, you?
What?
Yeah. Oh, because you two are.
No, you cut out.
You cut out.
Oh, okay. No, earlier asked if I was like ready for the quiz, and I wanted to say, "Are you?" Because you guys.
I don't know if I am. We might have
study. Like,
he's gonna find the most. Well, see, what's happened is Robert has gone back and watched every video we've ever made, and is gonna find like the most obscure bullshit. Like, what was the name of the main character in the Babadook?
No. What was name all of the characters in Orgasmo?
Oh no.
Also, this is a last minute addition that I just thought of, and it's my channel, so fuck you. When we are doing the trivia, I forgot the word. I will be setting a super gold chat of maybe $30. Super chats can ask us a trivia question, all three of us. And if we hit that goal, if we hit that goal, God, I got this all jumbled up in my head now. Highest super chat can pick a movie for us to do a review or commentary on.
Okay, that works for me.
So keep that in mind.
I just realized too, John, we probably on that stream we should probably avoid looking at the chat because they might have the answers.
Yeah, I'll be both.
We'll let Robert do the chat.
Yeah, I'll both be chat moderator and question asker, host person, which is the second term.
So yeah, we will see you guys Sunday at 7:30 Eastern, and we're hopefully going to have a Canadian, and Hayden might try to pop in as well. But we'll see you guys on